Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Monkey in the Morning that happens at an irregularly scheduled time most days of the week. Hope you're well. I hope you slept well and had wonderful dreams of being touched by people you want to be touched by. Sorry I'm a little bit late / early today. I had to go to the store, y'all. I had to go outside in the fucking cold. I was out of soda, and I realized there's water at my house, and I could have drank that, but I'm not a communist, so I had to go spend money on liquid to put into my body because capitalism and America, damn it. I knew I forgot something before the show. I forgot to take my pills, so you guys got to hear me swallow them here real quick. Hang on, takes a sec. There's a fucking handful of these. I'm a man, so I do it all at once. Hang on a sec. Oh, God, man. At least none of them got stuck today. So, let's talk about sex in cars, shall we? I wasn't even sure I was going to do one of these today until I saw this article, and I'm like, yeah, I got to talk about that. I got to talk about that. Self-driving vehicles will turn cars into brothels on wheels. Study. Self-driving vehicles will lead to a rise in car sex, according to a new study. People will be more likely to eat, sleep, and engage in on-the-road hanky-panky when robot cars become the new normal, according to research published in the most recent issue of the journal Annals of Tourism Research. Do you realize how many fucking journals they have out there? You can make any kind of magazine you want, just name it a journal, and I suppose tourism research is a real thing, I guess. And yes, good morning to everybody in chat. I'm sorry I'm not saying hi individually. I think my eyeballs are still frozen from being outside. Do you guys know it's snowing in Michigan? God damn it. Fucking hate Michigan. Shitty internet. It's cold. The roads suck. Anyway, people will be sleeping in their vehicles, which has implications for roadside hotels. And people may be eating in vehicles that function as restaurant pods. What? That led us to think, besides sleeping, what other things will people do in cars when free from the task of driving? And it took you guys had to do a study to come up with sex? You're good scientists. These are people who have obviously never engaged in sex if that wasn't their first thought. Rolling Bear says, try Ontario, monkey. No. I have nothing against the Canadians, but I do want to nuke you guys so that my weather warms up. It's nothing personal. It's, well, I guess it's kind of personal because I personally want to be warmer. Jesus Christ. And you can see that in the long association of automobiles and sex, that represented in just about every coming-of-age movie. It's not a big leap, said Cohen. Who are you trying to convince? Who's going to say, no, yeah, if you have self-driving cars, people won't fuck in them. People will fuck anywhere. Seriously. They had to do research for this, guys. Along with highway hookups, the report, I guess that is something. Instead of having to get a hotel room to cheat on your old lady, now you can just, have your car drive you around and do it. Along with highway hookups, the report also predicts that autonomous vehicles will put prostitution on wheels. So, it's not impossible or that far-fetched to imagine that red light districts on the move. Prostitution doesn't need to be legal for this to happen. Plenty of illegal activities happen in cars, Cohen told the magazine. Okay, again, you needed to do research for this. Haven't you ever seen, hookers at the point? The whore jumps in your car. The only difference is now, instead of having to find an alley, you just let it drive you around while she gives you a toothless blowjob. What the fuck? Why are people wasting money on studies like this? He said, where prostitution is legal and regulations allow AVs to develop fast and be on roads quickly, we could see this come together rapidly. Europe is one of those places. In total, 60% of Americans have already had sex in a car, according to the report, which notes sex in self-driving cars will be widespread by 2040. Press 1 in chat if you've ever had sex in a car. You can like put several ones if you want to tell us how many times. I've had sex in a car. I don't know why they needed a study for this. I don't know why you had to look at, hey, we're going to give you the ability to do anything you want while going where you want to go. And you'll be mostly alone, because it's not like you can't have, at some point, won't self-driving cars have like no windshield because you won't need it. And you just have a little hotel there. You can boink on the road. Look at that. Everybody's done it. Why'd you need a fucking, you know why they needed a study for this? Seriously. It's because they're scientists, and these people, the only time they've ever seen vagina is in books. Y'all need to get laid, scientists. I'm going to piss off some scientist out there who's actually seen pussy before. Yeah, that's what I woke up to, guys. Is that brothels on wheels. And there's a great picture along with this. It's well, let's just show you. Because the picture that accompanies this article is awesome. Because it actually looks more like a rapey one. Look at that. She's like trying to push his hand away. And she's got her panties down. Come on now. Gutenberg. Hey, you want to come on, bud? Apparently, Gutenberg, people have sex in cars, and this is new to nerds. They're sending you the link, bud. I just saw your DM from 6 minutes ago, because that's how much I pay attention to DMs when I'm streaming. Yeah, they needed to be told that yes, people are going to have sex in cars. You know what else they're going to do in cars? They're going to take a lot of drugs. They're going to drink. They're going to play video games. They're going to read. They're going to take a lot of naps. Yeah, you're giving them the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. So you know what they're going to do? Whatever the fuck they want. And yes, sex would be number one on my list. Yeah, they said 60% of people have already had sex in cars. I'm assuming they didn't talk to people who live in their cars. I've had sex in a church parking lot. Oh, good for you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are we?
Oh, dude, I am wonderful. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, dude. Other than being freezing, man, I had to go out of my house today, and it's fucking cold out here in Michigan.
Yeah, boy, it's been raining here. We've been having sleet and all kinds of fucking wind blow through. Dude, it's fucking freezing, man. Freezing.
No, we just have the snow. So I'm not going to complain too much, I guess, because there was no sleety shit, because I hate that fucking nasty crap. I will stay in my house for a week to stay away from that.
I popped on here a minute ago and I saw people were voting. What was the vote about?
Whether or not you've had sex in a car.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, because they did research on this, man. They thought, other than eating in your car, what will people do if the cars drive themselves? And they actually had to do research to figure out sex.
Wonderful. I wonder who's funding these studies.
I mean, they're not wrong that that's what's going to happen, but why do you need that? That was where my mind would first go.
Right.
I would be like, okay, they're going to be fucking in cars. What else would they do? That's where I would need to.
You give me a Tesla, I'm going to put it on autopilot and fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Monkey, what was your first car?
My first car was a 1969 Dodge Aspen.
Dodge Aspen. I can't even picture that.
Most people have never heard of that car. You know why? Because it was a piece of shit. But we got it for like $200, and it was a station wagon, and we had a family. So
did it have wood paneling?
It did. It did.
Did it really?
Yeah.
No shit.
It was we took it on a trip to visit my father-in-law in Michigan, and not in Virginia. And we were going through the hills. The way we went in through West Virginia, over to Richmond. No, I forget. Somehow we ended up in the West Virginia area, where it's all fucking hills, and this car wouldn't do more than 5 miles an hour going uphill.
Oh wow. Who ever thought it was a good idea to put wood paneling on the side of a car?
I don't know. They thought it looked nice.
Must have been around the same times everyone started putting wood paneling in their fucking house.
Yes.
Ugh.
I like wood paneling in like a nice, well done game room in a basement,
If it's
but otherwise, yeah.
Not that fake fucking, what is it, particle board shit, right?
No, the people who built this house, they actually put nice, thick, real wood paneling in it.
Oh yeah, but that's not the.
And then they destroyed it by playing darts with nothing behind the dartboard.
Oh well, there you have it.
You guys are smart.
My first car, Gutenberg's first car, was a 1983 Cadillac Canary Yellow with a brown roof, 4-door sedan.
Damn.
It was fucking large. Oh, I love that fucking car, boy. We can fit like 8 people in it and just fucking cruise.
I learned to drive in a caddy. It was a friend of my dad's, and those things, you should never learn to drive in one of those. That's all I'm saying. Because holy shit, it makes it so much harder.
Now, once you learn how to drive one of those, you can drive anything, especially in the wintertime.
Maybe that's true.
Especially in the wintertime, the way that rear end throws around. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
You can't park in any parking space that exists now. They're all so tight, and you're supposed to like drive little economical cars. You got to drive or parkway at the end.
Dude, I got a tiny German. Well, it's not tiny. I got a German car now, and it's a lot smaller than American cars, and parking spots are too small for me.
Yeah,
so I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, they're trying to pack in as many people as possible, and they can always say, "Well, parking lot accidents aren't our fault." Right. Yes, they are.
Have you ever hear me yell about the amount of handicap parking at a Lowe's?
No.
When's the last time you've been to a Lowe's or a home improvement center?
6 months or so, maybe a year at this point. Yeah.
And you didn't take notice of the amount of handicap parking there is?
No, I really didn't.
Maybe that's just something I focus on. But the first 3 fucking end lanes on every fucking aisle lane way is a fucking handicap spot.
I get in trouble for handicap spots, and here's why. We're supposed to treat the handicap like we treat everyone else, right? Mm-hmm. Why they get special treatment?
I understand a few.
See, that's where I get in trouble.
I understand. Okay, listen. If you fought in Nam, right, and you're coming out of your van like with some Lieutenant Dan shit on like an automatic fucking descending caravan or whatever the fuck. Okay, you get the park up front, right? But someone that goes out and get a plaque that they got a cane and they walk with like a big pun limp or some shit. Dude, get the fuck out of here. You know how many times I've seen that shit? People with handicap fucking stickers that don't even you see them get out of the car and they're fully fucking capable.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I do wonder why, if we're supposed to treat them the same, they get special treatment, because you can't have it both ways. But when it comes to actual I see so many motherfuckers get out of the cars like that, and I hear, well, you can't always see a disability. Ugh. Well, I can see whether or not you can fucking walk, and that's what we're talking about here.
Absolutely. If your van has a descending, like one of those fucking whatever that comes out of the van and levels itself on the ground, okay, you need extra room. But 90% of you fuckers need to stop.
And that's not even talking about the people who use their friend's handicap thing or their mom's handicap thing and park there knowing good and goddamn well they are perfectly capable. Yes. But oh, look, I get to park up front. And I know a lot of people who do that. And
what about do you ever see the pregnancy spots too? Those have been popping up a lot more recently.
Real quick, 1 ton, it says I'm an amputee. Do I qualify? No. Gutenberg going hardcore. I would let you park up front, Hammer.
Wait. Is it your legs? It better be your fucking legs.
It's his foot.
Oh, you can walk on a nub. Get the fuck out of here.
Can walk on a nub. You guys can quote him on that.
Either that or shop in the middle of the night like fucking decent people that want to avoid people, right? Like I do. I go grocery shop in the middle of the fucking night because no one's there. It's great.
Well, that just pissed me out because we don't have grocery stores around here anymore. The closest we have is dollar stores that sell some groceries. So, I just had to go to a dollar store to do my grocery shopping. And there's no parking. There's one woman behind the counter who is very nice, but she's got like 8 people in line, and she's trying to be chatty Cathy to all of them. Shut the fuck up, ring them up, and get them out of the store.
Dude, you know those all those Family Dollars and Dollar Trees and all that kind of shit. Do you know they're doing so well around me? A lot of them are remodeling and becoming like a sort of upscale grocery store.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, good morning, Family Dollars.
Good morning, Stubby.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys?
Wait. Okay, so you don't have a foot?
I don't have a foot.
All right, from the ankle down, is it gone?
Just below the ankle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What happened? Number one,
Diabetes.
diabetes.
Hammer is my
Diabetes.
future.
All right, you don't get a parking spot. I'm sorry. You can walk
It's
with a
okay.
nub.
That's okay.
What do you mean you can walk on a nub?
Oh, you can 100% walk on a nub.
I'll fight you for it.
You can wipe on a nub. Oh my god! Don't wipe on anybody's nub, guys. You can walk on a nub, but that's an actual disability. It's not. I need my service dog to make me feel comfortable enough to walk around people.
Listen,
Those are the ones I fucking hate.
I hate the fat people. That's what
Yes.
bothers me.
if I saw the 1-ton hammer get out of Lowe's, all right, and he had no foot in a handicap spot, I would not. I would be like, okay, but you can walk if you really want to, right? Like you can do it. This is the problem about fucking babying people. You should walk like the rest of us.
I beat you over the head with my brace. I don't give a shit.
We're gonna
I take my foot off and beat you over the head with it.
There you
All
go.
right, so okay, I got a few questions here because I've never met anybody that had their foot amputated.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you have a prosthetic foot?
Yeah, I have a brace.
So it kind of slides over the bottom part of your calf, I'm assuming?
There's a Velcro that holds it on.
Velcro. Okay, now is it like this?
I can take a picture of it and send it to you if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually that curious about it. Now, is it a very highly advanced, newer prosthetic, or is it like kind of like the 80s?
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber for what? Aerodynamics and less weight?
Less weight. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3", 250.
6'3", 250? That's not that big.
I'm not big enough that they have to use carbon fiber because I bent the shit out of the aluminum one they gave me.
I'm 6 foot 200 pounds. I mean, you're not that much bigger than me. I move around just fine. I move like a fucking.
Are you disabled somehow?
Like a baby deer. Am I disabled?
Just by being Gutenberg.
You got you on that one, dude.
No, you really didn't. So,
yeah, he did.
No,
Blind Press says, I won't let Pencalo get a disability placard for the car, even for when he's guiding me and the kids.
Yeah,
that should be
blind. I mean,
look,
I think he deserves a placard.
Yeah, if you're blind, I mean, I mean, it's more dangerous getting you into the store.
Yeah, but that is a legit disability.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't find your way to the fucking store, so you need to hear the doors open and close to find your way to the store. All right, so you need to park up front. Yeah, let him get one. Fuck it.
But if he goes to the store without you, he parks where regular people park.
Well, number one, she's not going to be driving herself, right? Let's hope not.
Although drive-up ATMs do have Braille on them.
Yeah, that is strange, right?
I'm told it's for when they're riding in the car, when they're riding in the back seat.
That
way you can pull up. Yeah.
Big Braille is taking over. That's what's happening.
Big Braille. Oh my God.
Wasn't there a story about somebody having Braille on their football jerseys?
Yeah, who was it? The
hell's that? You gonna run up to the guy to find out who he is?
The Cleveland Browns who did it? Yeah. Because the blind people watching at home, they knew what that said. They touched their television.
The blind people watching it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Wow. So you have no foot.
I have no foot.
All right. That's weird. When did you lose said foot?
About a year and a half ago, maybe.
A year and a half ago. So yeah. You're new to the handicap game here, huh?
Yeah.
Did they let you keep the old foot?
No. Well, there wasn't much to keep, and it got all infected and shit.
But you could have dropped it in like formaldehyde, like in a jar, and put it on the shelf, right?
Probably could have.
Like theoretically, will they give you your foot back? I mean,
no, they won't.
Biohazard. Oh, Blind Press says it was baseball and the Orioles, so maybe the blind people did notice.
That don't make any difference which sport it was.
Now, could you have dropped it in some sort of acid to eat away all the flesh and just kept like the skeleton part of your foot?
It actually gotten into the bone too, but I guess you could have. They won't let you do it. It's a biohazard.
That'd have been rad.
Just to be walking around on bone?
No. I mean, to have like the bone, just like you know how they prop up dinosaur bones? Yeah, they run wire through bones and shit. Just have it sitting on your desk or whatever. Like, yeah, it's my foot.
What a conversation starter.
I mean, why not? You're gonna lose a foot. You might as well have a sense of humor about it, right? Use it.
Well, here's the thing: if I ever have to, I'm diabetic, so that's a real fear for me. Mm-hmm. But if I ever have to lose a part of my body, I want to keep it.
Yeah, you're paying to have it removed.
Yeah, if it's getting just boil down. Let me keep the pieces that I can keep because it's mine. Damn it.
Wait a minute. Has technology progressed far enough that you can get like a Terminator arm if you lose your arm?
Kind of. I don't know if you've seen the ones they have recently. They've made some really big advances, but it's getting closer.
It's called myoelectrics. MYO, myoelectric arm.
Now I'm gonna propose a hypothetical.
Oh.
Say in 50 years from now, right? You and I are in our 80s and 90s here, and we have the option to remove our arms and get these badass fucking T2 arms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going so well, it is actually affordable for the common man. Do you get T2 arms at 85 years old?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yeah too.
I hate to be the dissenting voice here.
Who doesn't want a fucking T2 arms?
I don't want to be a Borg. I don't.
Why not?
Resistance is not futile.
Look, I still want to keep my old arms. I'll hang them over the fireplace or something.
Like fucking. Like
yeah, just have them crossed. But yeah, especially for me, I mean, where using my arms causes pain. Fuck yeah, you give me some fake arms. I used to say no to that, like, nah, I want to keep my whole body, but you guys can turn as much of me cybernetic as you want to if you make the pain go away.
Right. Imagine if someday in the future where you could get rid of your legs and get like these super fast bionic legs, right? You can like jump 20 feet, like a straight 20-foot vertical.
Like Nigerian legs?
Or just like, yeah, you like run across fucking town in like a minute. That'd be badass, right?
I'm looking. I think I'd rather get into one of the car brothels and get my dick sucked on the way over there.
The car that drives itself, so you can just relax.
Yeah, that was the top stories there. They did a study and they found out that self-driving cars are going to lead to people having sex in those cars.
Yeah,
of course it is.
Not like we don't have sex in cars as it is. It'd just be more sex.
It'd be moving.
And that's a good thing. Repopulate the country.
Yeah.
Making babies.
Vanilla Bear asks how long I'll be streaming. I'm not sure for a while because we just started. Yeah, have Bear pop on. Satsu, you want to come hang out, man? Yeah, that was they actually had to do a study on that though. That's why that was the lead stories, because these fucking scientists had to ask what else we would do in cars, and they had to do a study to find out it'd be sex.
Let's see if we can find a way of making progress a bad thing. Ooh, electric cars that drive themselves. Well, there's got to be something bad about that. It's going to lead to sexual assaults.
Oh, I don't know, man.
They were worried about prostitution. That was their big worry. It's going to lead to hoes, man.
Ooh, you can't get busted if you don't go to a hotel room, right?
Like, that's the worst thing in the world.
Monkey and Goot, have you had sex with a sexually repressed bitches before? Yes, my first girlfriend was very sexually repressed.
I dated quite a few Catholic hoheads growing up, so yes.
Hammer, what about you? They didn't ask you, but I'm.
Yeah. Well, I'm an old guy. I've had a lot of dates, but my wife wasn't. But most of my girlfriends were Catholic girls because I was a Catholic guy. I went to Catholic school.
Now, Lady Monkey's a freak.
She's a freak.
Well, I married her.
1 Ton Hammer, why didn't you record your foot getting amputated? Because that's something I would want to see.
I was in pretty bad shape. I spent almost 6 months in the hospital over it because the diabetes got into everything. It got into my hands, my eyes, my stomach.
God damn.
Yeah, I got really fucked up from it. I'm still disabled in other ways besides just the amputation. The nerve that tells your body whether you're standing up or laying down, my nerve doesn't work anymore. That's part of diabetes. It's like Parkinson's. It goes after the nerves. So now my body thinks I'm laying down all the time. So when I stand up, my blood pressure drops until I faint.
Oh, nice. Well, okay. Well, there's that.
Well, then you're not even allowed to drive.
Are you eating chips, Monkey?
No, it's me. I'm trying to close the fucking chips bag. I had some a couple minutes ago.
Oddly enough, we were just talking about diabetes.
Chips are actually good for you. Carbohydrates, they're better for you than sugar. A lot of salt too. Salt's good because it raises my blood pressure. All right.
As someone who's actually pretty good health, I would know nothing. I don't eat chips. It's not it's a moral stance. It's not a moral stance.
Every once in a while, I'll have some.
I just never go. I never buy them. I never crave them. Never want them. Same thing with candy. I'm not a big chocolate or sweet person. I don't like donuts.
If I'm between meals, a little crunching on something's kind of good. I'll have some popcorn or
Lady Monkey brought me home some Krispy Kreme, and I've been destroying them.
Best donuts, better than Dunkin'.
Too sweet. Too sweet. I'm more of a salt guy.
You're a commie.
No, I just don't like the sweets, man. Not a big sweet eater. Never been.
Yeah, that's what's the problem with the commies. They don't have sweetness, so they're angry people.
Well, to be fair, they didn't have the option, so
because they're commies. I want to, with all the shit going on in California, right? Ireland Baldwin accused of looting from own home during California fires.
I'm assuming they evacuated him. They ran back to his house to get some shit, right?
It's a her. Ireland Baldwin has revealed that her Malibu home was torched in the California conflagration. Why don't you just say fire, asswipe? And slammed a cop who said she said accused her of looting when trying to save her belongings. So she went back in to take stuff out. And she's going to file an insurance claim, of course. And
now, I'm not too familiar with the California wildfires. However, I've been seeing a lot of shit on Twitter. Is it that bad? Is it really, really bad?
Dude, it is horrible. Yeah, Paradise, California is pretty much burned away.
Where is Paradise, California? Is it north, south, central?
Which fire is that? Because they have 3 fires going right now. If I remember correctly, they have the big one is actually called the Camp Fire.
Oh God.
Which is,
well,
I know that's not funny, but it's funny.
Well, that's what happens when you build a city in a desert. Number one, number two, don't they cut fire breaks? Because we have those here in Pennsylvania.
Well, that's part of what Trump got in trouble yesterday, day before, because he threatened their federal funding for wildlife, or not wildlife, forest management. That's what it is.
Gotcha.
Because they're mismanaging funds, because every time they have a fucking fire, it burns down the whole fucking state.
Yeah, I think I read something, $3 billion a year goes to that shit.
Yeah. And they can't figure out how to stop burning the whole state down. One of these fires going right now, they think was caused by a simple spark from an electrical line.
Is that it?
That's it. Which one is that? Because there's actually a story about that right here. Woman warned about the sparks from power lines days before deadly fire. A woman in Northern California said Monday that the Pacific Gas and Electric Company contacted her about sparks and power lines on her property one day before the deadly wildfire in Paradise began. Yeah, so they had these just a couple of you know what happened if the power lines here sparked? Nothing, because it's always raining and there's fucking snow everywhere.
Well, because our shrubbery and trees are hydrated. What's your name in the chat? Just said it's just north of LA. LA is a fucking desert.
Yep. Actually, it's north of Sacramento.
Okay,
it's Northern California. Yeah, it's Northern California.
It depends. There's the Malibu fire too, which isn't the Paradise one, is it? I don't believe so. The Malibu one's the one right outside LA, right?
Mr. Mythotropic in the chat says it's $11 billion a year for federal funding.
Jesus fuck. And they can't figure out how to make fire break. That was my first thought as I was listening. Is why is there no break? You guys know this happens. It happens every fucking year. Why don't you have breaks in your?
The governor refuses to remove brush. That's really what it comes down to.
Yes, that is true. Jerry Brown, and he was up there. He gave a speech yesterday, I think it was, maybe the day before, about how it's not just wildlife or God damn it, I keep saying wildlife. Tree management. No. It's because of the global warming. Like global warming isn't burning down your state, motherfucker. All those dead ass trees, all the nasty shit you won't clean up, being unwilling to break the tree lines so that, hey, if this 100 acres burns down, at least the other rest of the state doesn't. That's why it's fucking happening, you idiots.
Why would anybody want to live in California at this point?
I
understand it's always sunny in Southern California. I get that. It's a desert. It's cool. There's 20 million people live in this small fucking county, and you have no water.
In a tinderbox, yes.
All your water is piped in from like Northern California.
Oh no, it's not even. Isn't it piped in from like Arizona at this point?
I have no fucking clue. I just made
Nevada, somewhere over there. Yeah. Because they refuse to open desalination plants so they can get their own fucking water from that giant ocean right fucking next to them.
Is that kind of hard though?
No,
I don't know anything about it, man.
Problem with bringing seawater is the salt.
Yeah, that's why we got to take the salt out of it.
And you need to desalinate, and then it would be usable. Yeah.
All I know about that is like fucking like Sim City way back in the day was desalination costs more to build.
Well, yeah, it costs more to build, but it's something we've been able to do for a long, long time.
Nice to be able to supply water to the area because that's the only place they could probably get it besides being shipped in from other states.
Yeah,
California and has no water supply.
They could use that for their irrigation, which is where a lot of their water that they do get goes to.
Or you can move out of the goddamn desert.
Well, there's that too. But you have the ability to say, I'm from California, while you have your head up your ass. Because California knows so much better than the rest of us. That's why their state burns down and they can't figure out how to get water from a fucking ocean.
Right. Pay $1.8 million for a 2,500 square foot home. You can get Pennsylvania for 100,000. It's just bad economics, man. Fuck California.
We spend so much money the federal government spends so much money on California every year. It's ridiculous. A whole lot of federal money goes to those idiots.
What good comes out of California anymore? Maybe a little bit of wine,
superhero movies.
They got wine. What else do they have? They got some good weed in the northern part. I've heard. Like, what is their export at this point? What is their contribution to the rest of the country?
Whining about politicians.
Silicon Valley is their tech.
Well, yeah,
stuff.
Well, haven't they raised the cost of making movies so high that they're now filming in like places
in Canada?
Yeah,
they're filming in Canada.
Interesting.
And they just did the tax on the big businesses out there in San Francisco to pay for the homeless problem that they have. There's no reason to be in California anymore.
Yeah, at this point, move up. The Pacific Northwest looks nice, like, right? Other than there's a whole bunch of commies and shit. Like,
well, yeah, you'll run into the same problem. But I think you're going to see. Peachy Keen said tech companies are starting to move out too. Silicon Valley it's the capital of the tech world here in the U.S. But I think that you're going to see that change because there's no real reason to be there anymore.
Yeah, you can start
other than to say that's where you're from.
Right. Yeah, fuck California. Right?
If I ran one of these big ass thing, I would move to like Nevada. If you really want to live in a desert, I mean, do that. I'd actually move to like Montana.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, big, beautiful, open sky country. You got the problem with snow there, so maybe you move. I don't know, Texas. Go to Texas. It's huge.
I don't think I could ever live in a place that it didn't snow.
I could.
I love snow. I
hate snow.
I like to change the seasons, but Pennsylvania is just too cold too often. I need to move back down to my house in Virginia. That would be. I found that to be the perfect place. There's just enough snow. There's just enough heat. It's Little Red Riding Hood. It's just right.
Where'd you live in Virginia?
Fairfax.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All over Fairfax, McLean, Centerville, Sterling. I've been all over that area.
Yeah, I love Virginia, especially because I do like the change of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I remember the big blizzard. What year was that?
93.
No, this was before Mom died, like 88, 87, something like that. And I think we got a total of like a foot, and then we moved up here, and a foot isn't considered nothing. No. You still go to school when a foot drops on you.
2 years ago, we had 2.5 feet dump on us within, I think it was 36 hours.
Yeah, that's not natural. I do want to move south. The only time I like snow, and this is God's honest truth, if I had my perfect snow forecast every year, it would snow on Christmas Eve, and on the 26th, it would all be gone. Just gone. Because I do like it. I like to look out the window and see snow on Christmas Day. I see pictures of like Christmas in California these days, and even though I was born and spent quite a few years there. It's like, that looks fucking weird.
Nothing's better than a warm snow, like in the middle of winter. For those of you that don't know what warm snow is, it's like 35 degrees. It is snowing like crazy, but there's zero wind.
Yeah.
Usually
So
big flakes too.
What the hell?
You
Stop it.
So you can go out in a t-shirt. For those of you guys who've never seen warm snow, you can go out in a t-shirt and literally just walk around, and it's snowing, but it's not cold.
Yeah.
That's one of my. It only happens a few times a year, but when it does, it's great.
Nope, hate snow. Get rid of it. Nuke Canada, so I don't have to be cold anymore.
How dare you?
I don't have a problem with snow except for driving it. That's the only I don't like.
Get an all-wheel drive. You'll be fine.
I do have all-wheel drive. That's the car I run in the winter, but that just means that my vet's going to be sitting for 6 months every year.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, the New York Post has an exclusive. How Monica Lewinsky finally noticed that stain on her dress.
Can't let it go.
Oh, how did she not notice the stain on her dress? Where did she think that went?
I don't know.
Oh my God, this is disgusting. Okay. It's the most infamous stain dressed in presidential history, but Monica Lewinsky says when she wore it after her widely chronicled hookup with President Clinton, no one noticed.
They noticed, they just didn't say anything.
I went to dinner that night. None of these people said to me, hey, you've got to go to the bathroom. You've got stuff all over your dress. How big was this stain?
About a tablespoonful, right? Or a teaspoonful?
I mean, was this like a porn size stain? Like he shot everywhere? She said she also didn't spot the telltale semen stain that proved she and Clinton were more than just friends. Lewinsky went into detail about the day the piece of evidence was created as she continued to carry on a years-long relationship with Clinton, blah, blah, blah. When did she find it? Clinton had invited Lewinsky to the White House, she recalled. He said he had a present for me. I didn't quite know. Would I get to see him alone? Would I? Lewinsky said. As I went through to shake his hand after and take a picture with him, he said, oh, go see Betty. She has something for you. The president was referring to Betty Curie, the personal secretary whose desk was right outside the Oval Office. She brought me into the Oval Office, and all three of us went into the back study, and then she went into the dining room to hide there. Oh, God. So, yeah. Anyway, how did she find the stain? That's the only reason I'm reading this shit. I know all this other stuff.
Nah, I don't care.
I do, because I want to know.
I'm curious about the car everybody drives here, including those in the chat. But we can go on with the cum stain dress.
No, go ahead. I'm reading this to see if they ever tell us.
Now, the one-ton hammer. Do you judge a man harshly by the car he chooses?
Circumstances. I mean, if he's married, 2 kids, and he has a van, that's fine. If he's single, 36, can't grow a beard, and he has a van. Uh-oh.
Okay, listen. I understand people sometimes they need to buy a beater just to buy a beater, and you can recognize those men immediately. I understand the new Dodge Caravan. You know, you got like 9 little fucking rugrats running around. You need the extra space. However, when you see a man driving a newer car that is just totally like, why would you buy that? Could you it's obviously new, right?
Like a Prius or something?
Yeah.
Because I care about the environment.
But I understand a Prius gets like 90 miles to the gallon. Okay, I understand that aspect of it. It's still a bitch move. All right.
Okay.
But who were those assholes that bought brand new PT Cruisers like 10 years ago?
Oh man, everybody flipped their shit over those, and they were so I didn't like those. I was like, why?
Or those Chrysler 300s that were fucking disgusting looking.
Or the new Thunderbirds.
I haven't even seen a new Thunderbird.
There were, maybe 6-7 years ago. They were based on the old Thunderbird chassis, but it looked nothing like them really. But they called them a Thunderbird anyway. It was a disgrace to Thunderbirds. It was terrible.
Ugh, gross. Everybody in the chat, type out what kind of car you're driving, or what kind of car you would like to drive, your dream car, and don't go.
I drive a town and country minivan.
Oh shit! Well, you got kids.
Yeah, that's understandable.
My kids are grown, man. I drive a town and country. We initially got the minivan because of the kids, but let me tell you something. There's so much space in a minivan, and I'm kind of claustrophobic, and I have trouble driving cars anyway. I can sit in a minivan and my head doesn't hit the ceiling, and it just feels so open. Plus, it kind of feels like you're piloting a spaceship. It feels like you're in one of the shuttles from the Enterprise. It's kind of nice, and if you put yourself in that mindset, it's really cool.
Stuart Games in the chat says he has a Volkswagen Passat. Those are very nice. Is it the diesel? Because I would go diesel if I was going to go Passat. Oh, we got Dog backwards in here. He has an Audi A6 2005. Not bad. Not bad. Go German. Let's see what else is going on here.
Go German. America. Drive something that just sucks down the gas. That's what America's for.
Germans make better cars. Let's be honest here. Sora Luna in the chat. A 2001 Suzuki Grand Vitara named Thumper.
Named Thumper. Do you guys name your cars?
No. Never.
You know what BMW stands for?
Bavaria Motor Works.
Bavaria Motor Works. And what is another thing that's very popular in Bavaria?
Beer.
Pretzels.
Cream donuts.
You own a pretzel car. That logo for BMW, the quarters, white and blue, that's a picture of a fighter plane against the clouds. That's what it's supposed to represent.
I thought it was actually a racing flag, but maybe I'm incorrect.
Because BMW built the engines for the planes that were used by the Germans in the war.
Is that accurate? I always thought it was a flag for racing, but I'm sure someone will correct us in the chat, or correct one of us anyway. I'm leaning more towards you. You're probably right.
Somebody said nobody said they have a pussy wagon. Do those exist anymore?
What do you mean, a van with carpet? Like an old school van?
Those were so awesome. I remember with those growing up, man. Everybody had a van. Those were the creeper vans.
What were they? The 40 Econo line. They were the one with like executive chairs in the back.
Yeah, man.
Oh fuck yeah, they were baller as fuck.
What kind of car do you have, Goot?
RVA Dar in the chat said it's a Bavarian flag. That's what I thought. I thought it was a flag. Oh.
What kind of car are you driving, Goot?
I'd rather not say, but it is a German car. All right.
He drives a German gas chamber.
It's a BMW 5 Series. I love it.
I think you told me that before.
Yeah, I think I have. But
is all you have is just a fan, Monkey?
Yeah. Well, the last time I had a car that was mine, it was an Intrigue, and I fucking loved that car. It was so easy to speed in that car. And yes, I named my car. Her name was Monique. But she died on me, and after that, so I thought, yeah, we have a van, we have a Jeep Liberty, but the Liberty we don't even use anymore because I'm rarely out by myself, so we don't actually need two cars.
Now, here's my second question for Monkey and One Ton Hammer, also the chat. What is your dream car under $100,000? Like, if you could go to any lot around you right now and buy a car, given $100,000 purse, what would you buy?
If I could own any car, I would love a fully restored '65 Mustang.
Convertible?
No, hardtop.
Hardtop. Gotcha. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I don't know. I think for me, I think it would be a BMW M5 or maybe like an AMG, one of the newer AMG Mercedes. I just love those fucking supercars, man. To be able to get 700, I think the BMW M5s now are like 670 horsepower. Could you imagine back in the day getting that kind of power for under $100,000?
Oh, sure, man.
That's insane.
See, for me, I'm just not that much of a car guy. I fell in love with the 65 Mustang when I was very young, but since then, very few cars really speak to me. I kind of like the newer Chargers, but they basically made them look like Camaros anyway.
Yeah. Those Hellcats are pretty fucking insane looking.
I'd probably trade in my Vet for a new Vet.
A new Vet?
There you go.
What year Vet do you have? Because the 80s Vets are ugly.
I have an 02 Z06.
02 ZXX. I'm going to have to pull up a picture.
Z06. It's a model.
What year did they start making them cool looking again?
I think they were cool up until the C5. Once they went to the C6, I was like, that's because they got rid of the round. There are certain trademark things about Corvettes that they dropped. They dropped the pop-up headlights. They dropped the round tail lights. They started making subtle design changes that kind of took you away from the Corvette. So the standard Corvette image. But I guess if I were to say what's my favorite one, it's probably be the Stingray.
So give us a good year for a Corvette, because I know
My year, 05 or 02.
What about the classic models? What was it? What was the staple for the classic Corvette? What year?
Got to be the Stingray, right?
It's kind of it's the Stingray, but it's kind of in the eye of the beholder. A lot of people insist that the first Corvette was the best Corvette. The first 64, 62 Corvette.
Ooh, that sounds like a good year.
C1. Oh man, that was a beautiful car.
Back then,
it shows they're awesome.
Yeah, back then when they modeled them off a woman's body. And then what happened in like the 80s, man? They went horrible.
The 80s, we were coming just off the gas crisis of the 70s, so you had so many cars. They tried to make them smaller, and like the Mustangs of the 80s. Oh my God, they're fucking disgusting. They don't even look like a Mustang. And the 90s came around. They finally kind of made them look good again.
Sort of, not really.
But yeah, it was the gas crisis. So many people tried to make their, which is weird, like in the case of the Vet, because it was always a small car.
Right.
But yeah, they went for a much boxier because that was supposed to be safer too, you know. If you get in a car crash in a box, it's not going to hurt you as much. Does a prostitute in a wheelchair qualify as a brothel on wheels? I would suppose so. Point.
On a technicality, yes.
On a technicality, yeah. Ex-Bubba Hotep says the age of the four-banger, yeah. Sad little engines.
Well, now do those new federal regulations on gas. What is that gas? What is that word?
Miles per gallon.
Yeah, there's a word for it. But anyhow, they're taking 4 and 6 cylinders and supercharging the fuck out of them. You got to wonder in 10 years how those smaller engines are going to deal with that kind of power being forced through them, right?
Well, there's a great article maybe 5 years ago talking about what the gas crisis of the 70s actually brought us. Because what they tried to do is get us to drive less. And instead, car manufacturers like, okay, we got to make this so people still want to buy our cars. So they made better miles per gallon for so many of their cars, to the point where it got so good that people were going out and buying 2 cars at a time. So it had the opposite effect of what they tried to do. You know why? Because we're fucking American, and that's what we'll do.
Fucking right. Well, now cars are so good. You can get, take for instance mine. It's an inline 6, but it's dual supercharged. So if I want to go through fucking gas, I can. But I can pop on the highway and get 35 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good. Right. So I think a lot of car manufacturers are doing that kind of shit, realizing a lot of the gas coming from like the highway travel. Like you get some of those newer, not even newer, the older V8s that just suck down gas.
Oh,
like
sure.
15 miles on the highway.
Get the old big trucks, which 10 miles a gallon was good for them. Worse than tanks, man.
Oh yeah.
Our first minivan, I think we got like 15 miles a gallon was the best we could get. The one we have now, yeah, we can get 30 easy.
What about the Jeep? I bet the Jeep is probably pretty hard on gas.
No, actually, the Jeep is really. I think 30 was about even or about normal for it too.
Wow.
What model for the Jeep?
It's a Liberty. What year was that?
A friend of mine has Grand Cherokee, and he's like, it's like 12 miles to the gallon. It's awful.
Oh yeah, I think the Grand Cherokee is
the Grand Cherokee. Yeah, that's a.
I get 22. My Vet. It's not bad.
Yeah,
that Grand Cherokee weighs like 3 times what your Vet does.
Oh, he does.
Ah, man. My OJ Special Bronco got 12 miles to the gallon.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but you could get away from the cops, man. Pumpkin Trucker, admit it, Monkey, you had a Yugo. I didn't.
Yugo.
Let's see. We had the Aspen, then we went to an Escort. But it was
I had no Escort.
It was a 4-door Escort with the trunk on it, the one that didn't look like the old round.
I thought the Escorts had the hatch.
Mine did. I had a 4-door maroon red hatch Escort.
Yeah.
My first car that I bought myself.
God, what year was that? 19. I don't remember the year, but no, it looked like any other small 4-door car. And then from there, what do we have? Shit, I don't remember. We've had so many cars, and then we finally found the vans, and we've never looked back. Because, yeah,
well,
there's a lot of room in there.
The vans now are not like the vans in the 80s. The old school Dodge Caravans were fucking garbage, but now like the vans, they're built for fucking comfort and the soccer moms, so they're fucking.
Dude, I could live in my van if I wanted to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. How many fucking LCD screens do you have in that thing? Probably behind the seats and shit, right?
Actually, that one only has one. Our last van had two. This one only has one, and but it has power outlets all over the goddamn thing.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. I love it. Like I said, that's one of the selling points for me. If we ever become homeless, we can live in our van and it'll be okay.
All right. Did you ever know any? Did you ever have any family members like fucking sell their house and buy like a RV and fucking leave the state?
No, none of my family members have done that. They're roots people.
I've had 2 people in my family do that. I thought it was like a normal occurrence within families. Eventually, they hit like that midlife crisis. They sell their house and fucking drive around the country. Is that just my family?
Seems to be. I have a friend who now he's become so old he does that thing where he moves out of state during the winter and then comes back in the summer. Oh. That's about as close as we get. He lives in a trailer for half the year down in Arizona.
That's not bad. Fuck that. I don't know, man. I like winter. I'm not old enough yet to where I want to escape the north.
See, I didn't grow up in this shit, and I think that's a big part of it. I was born in San Diego. We left there when I was 7. We came up to Michigan for a couple of years, but I was still really young. Then we moved out to Virginia, where you get all 4 seasons, but it's not. You don't get this fucking just 6 months of fucking snow.
Nah.
And then we moved up here, and like fucking hate cold.
Dude, it'll toughen you up.
It doesn't toughen me up. It makes me bitch more.
If you want your kids to grow into men, move them to Maine.
Ah, man, how can you be a man when your nuts are the smallest part of your whole body?
Because you got to wake up.
They're smaller than your teeth.
Now you got to make them get out there and shovel the sidewalks and clear out the driveway.
Oh, dude, like 2 years ago, my father-in-law bought me a snowblower. It's the most awesome thing ever.
Fuck that. I shovel by hand still like a real man.
Dude, we used to shovel by hand, and the total length of my driveway is like almost 300 feet.
Oh,
no,
wow.
300 yards. Sorry. No, fuck that.
That's when you talk your wife into letting you get an ATV with a plow.
See? You don't want to put me on an ATV? How much more crippled do you want me to be?
Ah, dude, they're fun.
Nah, man. You ever play with a snowblower?
It's not as fun as the ATV.
Yeah, I'm not about breaking my neck in other ways. Night, Peter. Have a good night, bud.
You never been up in the mountains and on ATV with like a foot of snow? Just fucking trekking through. What? That is the best. Snowmobiling? You never did that?
Fuck no. Snowmobiling, no, that is dangerous as shit.
What?
No, it's not dangerous.
You have no control on a snowmobile. You realize that, right?
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Dude, it's like skis with a rudder. Yeah, you do. I don't have a snowmobile, but I had one growing up, and I got 2 ATVs here. Some older ones are like 15 years old, but they run like
an ATV is different. You have 4 wheels that actually grip the ground. A snowmobile doesn't have that.
But they're fun.
It is a death wagon on skis, man. You know how many people die here each year fucking in snowmobile accidents because they don't understand that you literally have no control over this thing. And they end up running into fucking trees every goddamn year.
I call bullshit.
We have more deaths on ATVs than we do snowmobiles. Maybe because we're used to the snow.
I don't know. Maybe, but I know when the streets get fucking real snowy here and the plow, the municipality hasn't had time to come out and plow. People riding their ATVs around in the store, like it's just normal here, I guess.
You know, we stay home.
Well, what are you gonna do? Fucking, you need some food or you need something. You go out to the store.
Well, there's this really interesting thing they came out with called weather reports, and you go to the store first.
Nah, fuck that.
No, wait until there's 50 feet of snow on the ground.
That's when you get the ATVs out. There's no other reason to have an ATV.
I just stay in my house till the snow goes away.
Ah, you pussy. You're getting too old.
No, we get squalls all the time where it's not forecast, and you wake up the next morning, there's a foot out there.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know,
it's hit or miss.
I live in the top of the mountain, so that's.
Yeah, the 1 ton hammer, you live relatively close to me.
Yeah.
For those that don't know. Relatively. About an hour and a half drive.
Mm-hmm.
Good old
81?
I wouldn't take 81. I'd take 220.
Huh?
Or probably I don't want to.
Jenna says Amazon Prime food orders. No, because even UPS won't ship in some of the stuff we get up here, man.
Yeah, I don't think I could get some. They're not delivering to my house.
I want the helicopter food that comes in on a little drone.
Oh yeah.
I would be so tempted to just shoot one of those down, though. Blind Press says using a cane in the snow fucking sucks. Yeah, there you go.
Well, stop being blind. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, all you need to do, Blind Press, is get on a snowmobile. You'll be fine.
You get Picola to do all the work. Hey, go and get some.
Oh Lord. I don't know. I don't know how you, man. I don't know how you don't like the snow, man. I don't.
I love the snow. Just don't like driving in it. Yeah, even the other car I have is a Ford Escape, so it's pretty much unstoppable. But yeah, I don't like driving in the snow. That's the only thing that scares me.
It scares you, huh?
Because I'm afraid someone else is not going to be able to handle it. They're going to run into me.
But it's like gambling. Every time you go out, it's fun. You never know what's going to happen. It changes things up a little bit, right?
Hey, I don't know if you're going to die or not.
Well, you get rear-ended by a car that's a lot more expensive than you.
Once I get my dog and my guide dog, I should get a dog sled. There you go.
I'm
not a cold person. I fucking hate the cold. I don't like being cold at all. It pisses me off. It makes me mad.
I'm not a fan of the cold, but I like snow.
I'd rather be cold than hot.
I remember when I was in San Diego, they had a SeaWorld sponsored this thing that they called Snow World. And we went there. Mind you, this is Southern California. We didn't have fucking jackets and gloves that you needed for this shit. And they took us out there to SeaWorld that they had put ice machines all over and blown ice everywhere. And they're like, play in the snow, kids. I'm like, it's fucking cold, Ma. No.
Now, hold on. What do you consider cold?
Anything less than 70 degrees is cold to me.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're kidding me. Anything less than 30 degrees is cold to me.
Yeah, once it gets below 30, that's when it starts.
Yeah, it's getting nippy.
Mm-hmm.
Anything above 30 is fine with a sweatshirt.
T-shirt weather.
Now, before all of this happened to me, my core temperature changed so drastically. 50 would be okay. I remember, especially like when I worked in the shop, 50 came around, we bust them windows open. They're like, that feels so nice. Now, no, fuck that. Anything less than 70, I don't want anything to do with it.
Wow.
You're the opposite of me with heat. I don't like going outside when it's hotter than 80.
Me either.
Too hot.
You can always put more blankets on to get warm.
Right.
You know, you can only get so naked before you just sweat to death.
I've never heard of anybody sweating to death naked.
I used to
not in the US.
Before I rented my house out in Virginia, I used to live in it, and there was an outage there for a week, and I didn't have anywhere to go but to the mall. So at night when I come home, there was no power. It was 85 degrees in the house. I actually had problems breathing. I had to actually sleep outside.
Boo.
85 is way too hot.
Yeah.
No, my perfect temperature is between 85 and 90.
Oh, you're fucking. You're
like,
an old Jew, aren't you?
Fuck you. Jews don't like it that hot. They have flashbacks of ovens. When we took the kids back to Virginia, the one time we took them there, it got to like 114 and they were dying. And I was like, yeah.
I hate when people tell you about dry heat. No, fuck you.
No,
Virginia is definitely not dry heat. That's for sure.
No, it's not. It is a fucking moist, very moist heat. It's like vagina moist.
This is why I don't go below Maryland. It's too hot and the bugs don't have the winter to die.
Well, yeah, pretty much anything below there is all swampland anyway, which is why it's the way it is.
But they don't have the gnats like we have here. You know, those gnats that won't leave you alone?
Yeah, but they die in wintertime.
Yeah, but they don't have them all year round in Virginia. They don't exist. They have mosquitoes, but they don't have those fucking annoying gnats that drive you crazy.
But don't they have like 2-inch long cockroaches? like they do down in Texas.
Here's a fascinating fact: I have never seen a cockroach in real life.
I haven't up here, really. I've never really seen one. However, when I lived in Corpus Christi, Texas, when I was younger, when my father got a job down there for a couple of years, there were cockroaches down there. I shit you not, like 3 inches long and like an inch and a half wide.
Corpus Christi is on the ocean, though.
Yeah, it is on the ocean, but it's still South Texas, and it was fucking hot and gross, and everything wants to eat you. I'll take my chances with a bear out in the woods versus playing out in the fucking yard with fire ants.
We got those.
I like bears. They'll leave me alone.
We got a mama bear that comes and visits us every couple of weeks. Takes our trash up into the backwoods.
Yeah. I haven't seen a bear in a while.
We get them around here every once in a while. I remember when we first moved up here, when I was a kid, because we stayed here for a couple of years. There was a famous gas station that had a bear in a cage, and everybody would go feed it nuts and stuff. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, that is the most horrible thing ever.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Having this big ass bear in this tiny little cage so people can come throw food at it.
I can't go to zoos for that reason, man. I don't like it.
See, at least in a zoo, they have bigger enclosures. This was like, I was a kid, so I can't give you exact measurements, but if I had to guess, like maybe a 20 by 20 little cage for this fucking bear.
All right. Well, that's solitary confinement as far as the zoo goes for me, but I just don't like zoos. I don't like it. I do not like that aspect of just locking animals up just so people can pay to go see them. I think that's bullshit.
What about like those open range park things people can go to?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Where you always see somebody get mauled because they don't listen when it says stay inside your car.
I mean, the first thing that popped in mind was like an African safari, right? With that high line shit. Yeah, like fine. If you want to set up a reserve with like, 4,000 acres and fence them in and drive people through Jeeps in it, sure, fine, good. But to throw like monkeys like in like a 50 by 50 room with some fucking things to climb on, like I ain't down with that shit. I don't like it. I'll get all PETA on your ass, right? Real quick.
I don't mind it as much. I grew up with them, so
yeah, I just find it kind of a shitty thing to do, right?
It depends on the zoo. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, these animals are treated like literal kings in most of them. Most of them aren't the shit that you see PETA go protest and stuff.
Well, I'm sure there are good zoos and bad zoos, but I think the thing that sticks out the most to me is like SeaWorld and shit, like shoving an orca in like one of those it's basically a large bathtub, and they just swim in fucking circles their whole fucking life. Like I don't like that shit. All right.
See, this is one where I'm, intellectually I probably agree with you, but on a personal level, growing up, going to SeaWorld and getting to see those shows, I mean, there's that part of my life that's like, but it was so much fun. It probably sucks for the whale. You're probably right, but it's not like Free Willy. I just want to point that out there because Free Willy, with the little limp
Jackson dick backtrack,
that limp dick whale fin. I don't know. I enjoyed the orca shows. They were great. Going to see Shamu.
Nah. I don't like the fact we're locking mammals up. Like, listen, if you want to engage some reptiles and shit, good. Fuck reptiles. I don't care about them. But mammals,
what makes a mammal different?
Because mammals, I don't know. I just don't like it. I mean, that's my personal thing. I'm not out protesting or nothing. I just I don't like zoos because I'm like, this is bullshit. So I don't go to them.
What do y'all think about vaping?
Gay.
It's another depends kind of thing for me. If you're trying to get off of smoking and you've gone to vaping with the intent that eventually you'll get off of vaping as well, then yeah, I'm fully behind it as a method of ending your tobacco addiction. But if you're not doing anything and you decide to just I want banana strawberry smoke in my lungs, no, I don't go for that.
I just want to show the picture that goes along with the story we're about to read. Y'all see that shit?
Almost blew his balls off.
What the fuck?
I shouldn't be laughing, but
is that a skin graft?
I think that's just a
protective thing.
Compress, yeah. A man who's been left in agony after his e-cigarette burnt through his pocket said the explosion almost blew his balls off. Dad of 3, hey, good thing he did that first, right? Darren Wilson needed skin grafts to his crotch after the device burst into flames and leaked battery acid all over his privates. Holy shit. Don't put them in your pockets, guys. The 37-year-old is in so much pain he had to take morphine just to get to the toilet and wash himself. I would imagine. He said, I've been refurbishing my house. I was stood by the kitchen door, and the next thing I thought somebody had thrown a firework into the doorway. I looked down and my pocket was going off like a banger. It was fizzing and sparking, and smoke was coming from it. I was wearing my work pants and tried to get out, but it burnt through and burnt all my bollocks and my left leg. Damn.
That's crazy.
What is that a picture of?
You always hear about people's every once in a while somebody's phone will explode. I think it has to do something with the ion batteries or some shit like that, right?
Lithium-ion batteries, yeah, Samsung.
Yeah.
Bubba hooks, if you want the link for that, yeah, let me throw that in the chat for you there. This is from the Metro. If you guys don't read the Metro, you're missing out. It's the news source most often used by the Ghost Poo podcast.
Oh, there you have it.
They do a lot of silly shit. They cover the stories the mainstream media won't, like, blowing your balls off with a vape. 13-year-old thought great white shark was just a friend fooling around with him. Can y'all guess what happened to the kid?
What happened to the kid? The one that blew his dick off?
No. The 13-year-old who thought a great white shark was just a friend fooling around with him.
Oh my god. Jeez. No.
Keen Weber Hayes believed his mask had been ripped off by a pal when he dived below the waters off Beacons Beach in San Diego to try to catch a lobster. But when Keen surfaced, he saw that his wetsuit had been ripped and that he was bleeding, prompting the realization he had been attacked by the notorious sea predator. You and your friends play too rough if you get a mistake getting bitten by a shark with how you and your friends play.
Yeah, that's why I don't swim in the ocean either.
Oh, man, I love swimming in the ocean.
Oh, what?
I'd rather swim in the ocean than the lake.
What?
I'm not that far from a lake. I'm not really big with the lake water is very still.
Yes, thank you.
It's where the ocean water moves and you can see the floor of the ocean in some cases, that kind of stuff. Lakes are kind of spooky, especially the lake that's closest to me because it's spring fed. So it's fed from the bottom by open springs. It just, I don't know. It's very seaweedy and very thick and dark, and I don't like it.
Yeah, but there's no dinosaurs in the lake that want to eat you.
No, dinosaurs are extinct.
Look,
as I know.
it depends on where you go swimming in the ocean.
I don't know, man. The ocean's full of creepy shit, and I want no part of it.
Oh, I love swimming in the ocean.
I've been to Virginia Beach a lot of times. It's
Me too.
there.
I'll go out to like my waist, and that is fucking it.
You're a puss.
I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck that shit. You don't know what's underneath that water.
It's
the ocean, dude. You know how big that shit is?
You ride a snowmobile, but you won't go swimming in the ocean.
I can see in front of me on a snowmobile. I can't see beneath me in the ocean.
Well, what's going to bite you in the ocean?
A shark, like the story you're reading.
Do you know how many times people get bit by sharks every year?
Or a stingray, or one of those fucking jellyfish that fuck you up. No, bro.
Just go swim in Virginia Beach. You'll be fine.
I'm not going to go. Listen, I'll wade out to my waist, and that is fucking it. No more. The ocean don't scare you guys at all?
No.
All right, so you'll go out past the break and swim to where you cannot touch.
I'm a good
Yeah.
swimmer. Yeah.
Man, fuck you guys. That is
It's
fucking
where I
terrifying.
learned to swim, man.
That is fucking terrifying.
It's no more terrifying than anything else in life.
Okay,
Be a
well,
man.
like, all right, I might paddle out on like a fucking wakeboard or surfboard or shit, like, right? As long as I have something to kind of lay on and hide the silhouette of my body from any predators below that wanted to eat me.
That's actually probably worse.
No, I'd feel more comfortable. It's all about how I feel.
The area where you can still touch ground and the water is not over your head, that's where the sharks go. They go in a very thin layer of water. If you go out further, there aren't any sharks out there.
Oh, so all the sharks live close to the shoreline, huh?
Well, that's where they're going to feed at. So
you don't hear about people getting bitten when they're further out. Usually, it's up near the shore.
It's near the shore.
But they've also done studies, man. The wakeboards and stuff. They think the water, the way it hits those, is what attracts them.
Yeah, I still don't
Just
care.
throwing that out there to you. I'm trying to keep you from getting eaten, Gutenberg. Because I'm a good friend.
Motherfucker won't get on a snowmobile.
No.
Go swim out in the ocean.
Yeah, because I have control of how I'm moving in the ocean.
Okay. All right. That makes zero sense to me. But
What do you mean?
Sure. Dude, it's the fucking ocean, man. It's just scary.
It's not scary.
No, you're both pussies. One can't handle a snowmobile, the other one can't handle the ocean. Jesus Christ.
I'd rather swim in a lake or a creek or some shit. Like, what the fuck is ocean shit? You get it in your fucking eyes, you can't see. What the fuck? It's all salty. I got no love for the ocean. I don't even like the beach. It's too hot. Too many people. Sharks.
And you're saying I'm the old Jew.
Lots of women and very small bathing suits.
Well, we've established before he doesn't like titties.
What?
I like the titties. I'm just not that big on the ass. I mean, the ass, as long as it's not horribly misshapen, I'm fine with it. Better set of titties, you know?
He doesn't like titties at Comic-Con. He doesn't like them at the beach.
Oh, how dare you? You're misrepresenting my argument.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so at all.
Anybody in the chat, do you not like the beach, or are you afraid of the ocean? Not afraid. You just don't care to go out into it. Am I the only one here?
Afraid is the right word. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Okay. Let's propose I am afraid. But
you're afraid of water.
It's the right word. It's okay. And seriously, I'm not being judgmental here. I know a lot of people who are afraid of the ocean, and that's not a bad thing.
It's big as fuck.
It is.
And it's salty.
You
don't know what's under the water.
And?
It's scary, bro.
You know what you can do? You can dive down there and look.
Evil One says he loves the ocean.
I don't own goggles.
Ocean's awesome. You don't have to. You can open your eyes in the ocean.
Now, here's what I would do. I listen. I think it's the transition from beach to where you're planted on the ground to wading out to where you can no longer touch. I would do like some snorkeling on like a barrier reef. Like I would do something like that. But I don't think I could just walk into the ocean where I can no longer touch. Like that whole transition thing is weird for me. And I never had to think about it till just now.
It's about 50-50 reading the chat. Half people won't having you do it. The other people are perfectly fine with it. So,
but I think those same people saying they're afraid the ocean would do what I'm saying. Like they'd go probably snorkeling like off the back end of like a fishing boat or some shit, and like go down into like some Caribbean waters and snorkel around with all the fucking tropical fish. See, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
There's a whole bunch of people saying there's sewage in the ocean. Yeah, so do you know how big the fucking ocean is? That sewage is not messing with you.
Yeah, 1 part per 8 trillion or something like that.
It's like peeing in a pool. It's not hurting anybody unless everybody does it.
Yeah, if you swam in a pool, you swam in pee. So
yeah.
Oh, I always forget when I say crick that people don't understand it.
I've in Virginia you hear crick a lot. At one point, I actually lived on Crick Street, and they spelled it that way, crick.
I always forget the mannerisms for where I'm from is different than other people.
He means creek, y'all.
It's crick. We go to the creek. Sometimes I say creek. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's a redneck thing, and I'm not calling you a redneck, but saying it crick is a redneck thing.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's just local slang. That's all.
But everybody around me says crick, and I don't live around rednecks.
Well, I say y'all all the time. I was born in San Diego. I was born in the backwoods, but
you'd be saying dude.
I say dude a lot too, so it's a mix. But it's because of my mom grew up in the San Fernando Valley, and there were a lot of rednecks there. So she picked up y'all, and it got passed down to me. It's not because I'm a redneck; it's there's rednecks in my lineage. You picked up a redneck word, man. Crick is redneck.
No, it's really not. It's really not.
Spell crick.
CRICK.
Mm-hmm.
Crick. Go on the crick.
2 different words that mean the same thing.
Yeah, it's not shortened for creek. It's just crick.
It's creek. Crick is a creek.
It is.
But we call it crick here. Call soda pop. That freaks me out.
I call it soda.
I call it soda as well.
Oh yeah, you're in the Northeast. Yeah, you call it soda.
And it pisses people off up here because it is pop up here.
And it's very normal in New Jersey to be called pop there as well.
Crick is not Yankee.
No, it is not. Crick is not Yankee.
Go south of the Mason-Dixon line, and you will not find a creek anywhere. There are no creeks south of the Mason-Dixon.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know how every once in a while you'll see like a map of where certain sayings are popular and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I believe crick is a northeastern thing. Somebody find that map.
It is a redneck thing.
All right, if you say so. But it is a crick.
It's a creek.
It's
again, it's local dialect. It's going to change from area to area. You had this kind of thing with SEA and another word I can't remember that was pronounced differently. It was the same word.
Oh God!
Remember what that argument was about?
Yeah, I just don't remember what the word was.
Yeah, neither do I.
I do remember the argument though. Yeah.
Somebody supports my argument in the chat. The pissed off Shih Tzu says, "I was born and raised in Georgia. Nobody but Yankees say crick. We say creek. Point proven. One for Gutenberg.
One person.
Hey man, he was born in Georgia.
Local dialect.
Born in Georgia.
It's not a redneck thing. I grew up with rednecks, or I grew up redneck. I'm telling you. Oh yes, it was. It was the word pecan. Thank you, W.R. Costin.
Pecan or
pecan?
Pecan. Yep.
I think we say
pecan pie.
We say pecan up here, I believe.
Again, it's a pecan. The pie is pecan pie.
Pecan pie. Pecan pie. Oh wow, yeah. That makes sense.
It's local dialect though. Again, it's what's said in your area. What's commonly said in your area. They're both valid. If you look in the dictionary, they're both listed.
You know, Monkey, it's actually kind of funny we're bringing up dialects and accents because I had a discussion with a guy that I don't want to bring up his name, but he's from New York and he has an accent. And do you remember how bad my accent was when I started getting on live streams?
Oh yeah, you were quite a bit harder to understand sometimes.
Do you know how much being on the YouTubes and on live streams has forced me to change the way I talk?
Now, is it something you've done intentionally, or is it something that you've just picked up?
Well, the way I speak naturally is very fast, but I notice people couldn't understand me. So when I hop on live streams, I slow it down. And sometimes I think I slow it down too much to where I kind of sound stupid.
No, I get what you're saying.
But back before, when I would get into my normal pattern of speaking and the way I would phrase words, people could not understand me.
Yeah, we get that a lot up here in Michigan. These people talk they talk like if they don't get the sentence out, they're going to die before it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, calm down. I'm not going anywhere. I'll listen to what you say.
I used to be that way. Real bad.
Yeah. It wasn't so much an accent you had, but yeah, definitely just speaking too quick.
Yeah, him and I had a conversation, this fellow, about having to change the way you talk on live streams just so people can understand you.
Yeah.
And I think actually streaming has changed the way I talked indefinitely now because I'm trying to speak more precise and clearly.
Well, that's how it happens anytime people move into a new area, which basically this is,
right.
And you try to be able to communicate with everyone else.
Yeah. When I host a show, I definitely talk slower.
Yeah, I try to enunciate more. But I think you're right, Monkey, because I know a lot of people that move out of the Boston area. Once you get around people that don't talk like that, they realize how gross it is.
Yeah.
And then they tend to change the format of their speech.
Somehow my wife has picked up a Minnesota accent.
Minnesota. Is that Minnesota?
Yeah, okay. She does. And I never noticed it until she got on live streams and people started asking, is she from Minnesota?
Oh.
Like, no, we've lived pretty much identical lives. She was born in the same hospital as me. We're both Navy brats. So our paths were pretty much the same. We met in high school. We've been married since and lived the same area, the same place, our entire adult lives. And somehow, yeah, she sounds like she's from Minnesota. I don't know how she did that.
Evil one in the chat added me. He says, how do you say days of the week? Does it end in day or D?
What?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, he's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's another redneck thing.
Is it?
I'll see you Tuesday. Yeah.
I don't even know how I said it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, No, I say day. I think
Lucifer
my A
says,
sounds weird.
we do not have a fucking accent monkey. Are you from Minnesota? Yes, you do. It's almost Canadian, but not quite. It's like sadly not Canadian.
It's like watching Making a Murderer.
Oh God, yes.
Oh God, that's so brutal. So fucking brutal. You know. Yeah. They sound like they're fucking like Swedish retards, right?
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch of retarded PewDiePies up there in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, and I only hear it if I listen to her. If I go back and listen to the stream and hear her voice on it. But yeah, she definitely has that little Minnesota accent going on.
You're just used to hearing it now, huh?
I guess so, but I don't notice it when we're just sitting around talking.
Now, were your kids born in Minnesota?
No, my kids were all born here in Michigan. We've never been to Minnesota.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Okay, you guys are okay. I know where you're at in Michigan. Yeah, your area doesn't really have an accent, does it? Like Detroit area. I know you're not in the Detroit area, but they really don't have accents, do
they? The Michigan accent. There's two of them. One is just talking really fucking fast,
right?
And then as you get up towards the UP, you actually do start to get that Minnesota sound, even though it's part of Wisconsin. But it's because of how close it is to the Canadian border, which is, you're right. It kind of sounds like a retarded Swedish person. And somehow, yeah, in that area, that's what you talk to Upers, man. And sometimes it's hard to, it's almost like trying to listen to somebody from the Bayou talk.
Oh, Lord.
Some Creoles, man. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you saying? Write it down so I know what it is.
Write it down because I can't understand it. But didn't a lot of like Norwegian settlers go to Wisconsin and Minnesota?
Probably.
And shit? I think I saw that.
Is that why they have all the cheese there?
I have no idea. No idea at all. Interesting.
I think I sound like a cross between a Chicagoan and a Texan. That's a weird combo, sweetie.
You sound like a regular Fox News anchor for me.
Oh no. Lindsay said that, not me. I think I just sound normal.
Yeah, Polly sounds like a Fox News anchor.
Yeah, he does.
He has a news anchor voice. He really does.
He does. He really does.
Oh, Polydub. Where's he at this morning?
I don't know. He wasn't here yesterday morning either. I feel like he's abandoned.
He's not feeling well.
I don't give a shit. Get up here.
He wasn't on the Minions last night either.
Now, Polly's in California, right?
I don't He doesn't tell anybody about any of his personal stuff. He's even worse than I am.
Oh, that's right. He's in, okay, because of his job, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, he goes to university and goes to university. I've been around fucking Bear too long. Goes to university instead of a university. Fuck me.
College.
Damn it, Bear. You see what you did to me? Lady Monkey must be of Scandinavian descent. She is from Canadian descent, actually. There's some French Canadian in my wife, which is probably what set off that weird accent of hers.
Oh, Lord.
I'd get him out of your wife right away.
JF's cousin.
I've tried to bang it out every chance I get. It hasn't taken yet.
Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat got some weird accent? Like some weird fucking off the wall shit. Kind of curious.
Randy Feminist has a really cool accent.
Who's that?
You don't know who Ranting Feminist is?
Ranting Feminist. Is that a female?
Me and Monkey's girl, yeah.
Yeah.
She's obviously a feminist, SJW, but how would you describe her? She's not like Christy Winter. She's like willing to talk to people and see their point of view and that kind of shit. She's pretty cool. She got a great voice though.
Does she?
Yeah, she's Australian, but she's like she's not like Sydney. She's like Melbourne. Is how they pronounce it.
Better say it right. They
get mad. Right. They get mad.
Funny enough, Mr. Daxon chat says the Finnish accent is pretty bad. When I was playing a lot of PUBG, me and this guy, he's from Finland, played months and months and months of PUBG, and his Finnish accent is so fucking hard. All their words sound like R's. Every single word is like a fucking R. It is the most confusing shit ever. It sounds like they're angry at you.
I wanted to share this because there's another thing I saw this morning that made me laugh my ass off.
All right.
Build the wall. Wasn't there some kind of congressman who did an advertisement on TV and he's showing his kids how to build a wall with their bricks and stuff like that?
Oh, I didn't see that. That would be awesome, though.
It was hilarious.
Is that a real product? Please,
self-proclaimed conservative gift expert is touting a timely toy for tots. God damn you people.
Timely toy.
We're pleased to announce the launch of a brand new line of toys, MAGA building blocks. This set comes with more than 100 pieces, including President Trump in a MAGA hard hat. The $29.95 Lego knockoffs, emblazoned with 45s, build the wall mantra, are available for pre-order now from the home of the best selection of Trump gifts everywhere. Shipping starts November 23rd. Yeah, it's a real product.
That's hilarious.
Did you guys go over the Trump teddy bear?
We didn't. Trumpy bear? Did you guys see that shit?
I'm fucking
Trumpy bear. I fucking wish I thought about that. There's so many people out there. This is stupid. You know what? It is, but a lot of people will buy that.
Absolutely, because it's going to be a collector's item.
It has, for those guys who didn't see Trumpy Bear, let me see if I can.
Trumpy Bear.
Fine, Trumpy Bear. God, fucking Trumpy Bear.
That's hilarious. I might buy a Trumpy Bear if it's in the correct price range.
It's the one place the place where they were doing the advertising for it yesterday. It was two payments of $19.95, I think it was.
But is it a well-built teddy bear?
Well, kind of, I guess. I mean,
but it's made in China.
There it is.
It was made in China, yes.
So it's not worth $40.
People keep. Well, there's a flag inside, dude.
Oh, there's a flag inside. Oh, he's got a flag cape.
And you can style his hair.
I kind of like this bear. I ain't gonna lie.
Trumpy Bear with the red tie.
For the low price of $35 USD, you can own a Trumpy Bear.
Trumpy Bear.
Yeah, and I mean, people were pissed off about this. I don't understand why they're so mad.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Go back a second.
Oh, well, we're still on there. I just stopped presenting. Hang on.
I'm sorry. Fearless Tyrant Super Plush American Donald Teddy Grizzly Trumpy Bear.
That one might be a knockoff of the real one.
You think it's a knockoff?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's the first hit I got on Google.
Fearless Tyrant Super Plush American Donald Teddy Grizzly Trumpy Bear. That is a fucking lot to say.
I wonder if we can. I know I watched the video yesterday. Let me see if I can find the link for that.
Free shipping to Philadelphia, however.
Well, it's American. It should be.
It's fucking American.
Let's see. Did I actually watch it on YouTube? That's the problem I have. I watch so many videos that come through on Twitter that I don't actually click over to. No, I didn't click over.
There's a better pick if you want to present.
I would
there we go.
Buy that fucking bear.
I think it's the same thing.
Is it?
I think so.
Red look at the head looks a little different.
It does, yeah.
It looks more
feminine.
Real, I want to say. Well, yeah, it is kind of a feminine looking bear.
All right, Christmas is coming up, people in the chat. If you want to get Gutenberg something, get me a Trumpy Bear.
Nice. People get mad about everything. They will. Oh, you know who had that? I'm pretty sure Fane mentioned it. Let me see if I can find that video and I'll send it to you. You got to see the whole thing. I commented on it. Why can't I find this shit? I hate when people tweet too much and I can't find the shit I want to find from them.
Do you know what's sad? You know what's really sad?
What's that?
One day Trump is not going to be president and we're going to witness it. That's going to be the saddest day ever, right?
Well, it depends on who comes next.
It's never going to be as fun as Trump. We're never going to see this. We're never going to see this again. This is like a once in a lifetime thing.
It depends because there's if the Republicans take the right message from Trump, it could be fun for years to come.
That's true.
And they don't seem to be taking the right message. Very few of the Republicans seem to be taking the right message. Lindsey Graham seemed to have got it when he snapped it during the Kavanaugh thing.
Sure did.
But most of them seem to be still trying to cater to a press that doesn't care what the fuck they say. They're going to degrade them no matter how much they suck up to these people.
But could you imagine? Could you imagine another fucking Republican primary with people like Jeb Bush, Mitt Romney, like John McCain's, or any of those fucking boring ass fucking neocons? Right.
Well, that's and you're right. That's probably what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
What is this, Hammer?
Remember, I was talking to you about the senator who was teaching his son how to build a wall in his ad.
Oh,
it was DeSantis in Florida, and I found it. It's on YouTube. That's a link to it.
His wife is hot as fuck.
She is hot. Well, all the Republicans, women are hot.
No wonder she's pregnant.
I see people in the chat bad mouthing Trump. I don't like it.
Why are we bad mouthing him though?
I don't know.
What do we? Trump is insane. Is an insane answer to an insane what? No, actually, he's a sane answer to it. Now, look, there's President Trump says a lot of stupid shit. He really does. Mm-hmm. But he's also the right answer to social justice, just period. Mr. Dax says, can we watch? You'll have to watch it on your own. I mean, if I played it through my computer, it's just going to be.
I put a link in chat already.
Yeah. So just click on that and you can go see it. It would be very fucking choppy. You wouldn't really be able to see it. When they first came after Trump with he's anti-Semitic, not anti-Semitic, or he's racist. That's what it was at first. Any normal Republican, that would have taken them out of the primary right there. Yep. Because he'd said they're not sending their best, they're sending rapists and murderers. And they're like, oh, he's calling on Mexicans rapists and murderers. And most Republicans would have backed down right then and fucking ran. And Trump's like, so? I said it. And that's how you need to answer fucking social justice, political correct bullshit.
Yep.
Like, did you guys see this picture of these kids who did the Nazi salute at their junior prom?
Yeah, I saw that.
No, I didn't see it.
And everybody's freaking out about it.
What got me was the one kid who didn't.
There's several kids who didn't, but there's one kid who has come out and he actually put out a message about how horrible he felt there, and he couldn't get out of the picture in time because it was snapped in 5 seconds. So he actually said, like, fuck off. No, he didn't.
More than likely, it's just kids being edgy. That's it.
Yes, exactly. I want to find the actual story though. Where the fuck did that go?
And he said he was bullied by all those kids too.
Right. He should be bullied for being a puss.
I mean, they're all in line to get their photo taken, and just before the photo, the photographer says, "Okay, Sieg Heil," and they'll put their hands up, and he's like, "What the hell?" You know. By the time he reacted, the photographer had taken the shot.
He didn't turn around, did he?
No, he didn't turn around.
5 seconds is plenty enough time to turn around. Here's the story, guys.
He just froze. So,
here's the story. Let's see. A Wisconsin school district is investigating. By the way, not just the school district is investigating. We talked about this last night. They have the police involved in this.
Where is this at?
Photograph?
Yeah, they're investigating that photograph. They're in the main chat there, Gutenberg. I put the link.
All right. Where's this located, real quick?
It's in Wisconsin somewhere.
Yeah.
What are the police going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to look and see. Anyway.
Yeah. What's a photograph?
What does that mean?
Right. We've investigated. We've come to the conclusion that this was a photograph.
Yeah. We come to the conclusion there's nothing we can charge them with. Like, what the fuck are you going to do?
Freedom of speech.
Yeah. Mr. Dax says, I didn't know Count Dankula's dog was into photography. Let's see. A Wisconsin school district is investigating a photo of high school students appearing to give a Nazi salute before their school's prom. The picture shows dozens of students doing the one-armed Nazi salute in a picture from Baraboo High School's spring 2018 prom, according to Madison 365. The news outlet said the photo was first published on the website of a local motorcycle photographer, Peter Gust. It was later posted on Twitter by the account of Go Baraboo on Sunday night and has since gone viral. A tweet about the picture from Vice News contributor has garnered about 6,500 retweets as of Monday morning. excuse me. The original tweet, which featured the caption, "We even got the black kid to throw it up," has since been deleted.
Oh.
Jordan Blue, a student pictured in the photo refusing to go along with his classmates, said the photographer asked for the students to make the sign. "I couldn't leave the photo as it was taken within 5 seconds," Blue told the Vice News contributor. "You could have turned around, bitch. You could have covered your face. You could have done a lot of things not to have your face in that picture in 5 seconds." I don't want to listen to what this idiot said, but this whiny kid. This is the part I want to go over. The Auschwitz Memorial condemned the photo, saying, "This is why every single day we need to work hard to educate." Quote, "We need to explain what is the danger of hateful ideology rising," the group wrote from its official Twitter account. Auschwitz, with its gas chambers, was at the very end of a long process of normalizing and accommodating hatred. Do you guys think Auschwitz happened because some high school kids in Germany threw up a Nazi salute way back in, let's see, I don't know how long it takes for that to transfer over, say 2 decades. Do you think that's why Hitler rose to power, is because an edgy photo?
I absolutely don't. But however, why would anybody think this is a good idea?
It's not a good idea. It's fucking stupid. And if you look, most of the kids aren't even doing it right. They're all laughing. It's there's one kid in the front who's just busting in the front far right. Look at him. He thinks this is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
All wars and genocide started with jokes, says Mr. Dags. Yeah, no shit.
We're so afraid, aren't we?
We are
afraid. Oh my God!
Look, this was stupid.
Nazis. Oh my God! What do we do now?
It was stupid, but they have the fucking police involved in this,
right?
And they're gonna fucking punish these kids for it. It was a stupid fucking joke. Get over it.
Well, thank God we live in America, and the police aren't gonna be able to do shit. However, yeah, there could.
You don't think they might be able to get him for a hate crime for this?
No, because hate crimes don't exist.
Not here.
Hate crimes exist.
If this was in the UK, they could.
Hate speech doesn't exist. We absolutely have hate crime.
But there was no victim, thus no crime.
Well, the Jews. Remember, we just had that shooting a few days ago, and that was all because of things like this, because of edginess online.
No, those kids will never be fucking charged because there'll be a million lawyers lining up to fight this pro bono.
And they'll all be Jewish.
It's clearly freedom of speech. Very easy to defend.
Very fucking easy. That's why we live in the great United States of America, where we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Now, being expelled from school might be another story altogether.
Yeah, that could happen. But you know what? Fuck. Was this a senior photo? Did I miss?
Prom.
The one that I read, the kid who whines about it says that it was their junior prom.
Okay. Don't look like a prom.
You don't think that looks like a prom? They're all in suits. They got their boutonnieres on.
I don't see any corsages or anything. Oh yeah, I do. Okay,
yeah,
you're right. I had to blow up the picture. Yeah, I guess it's a prom.
Even that little whiner who, "I couldn't do anything because I only had 5 seconds." Duck, bitch. You're way in the back. How long does it take you to sit down? I'm crippled and I can sit down in 5 seconds.
Has that one Florida kid, the one kid in the top right, has he been hailed as a hero yet?
Yes, he's being hailed as a hero because he didn't do it.
Oh,
and his classmates have bullied him over it.
Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave. Meanwhile, there's Jewish kids. I guarantee you, there's Jewish kids in there with their hand raised.
I'm sure it'll be like that famous Nazi photo of the one guy not saluting Hitler's motorcade. And it'll be circled out in red. Be like,
oh, I didn't even. Okay, look in the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th kid from the left. If you have the picture still pulled up.
Oh yeah, with the okay thing by his leg.
Doing the okay sign down bottom.
Got him.
What a dick. What a dick. Oh man. You know what you do with this? You tell the kids, don't be assholes, and you move on with life. You don't make it a major fucking story and bring fucking police involved.
I wonder how long do they start getting doxxed?
Oh, I'm sure soon. I mean, because you got this kid at the high school, so he knows where they all live and their names and everything. So,
oh yeah, this ruined her life and perpetuity.
I don't particularly find it funny. I mean, that kind of edge. I mean, you gotta be like very like my joke about their lawyers being Jews. You got to work some wit into their guys. That's how you be edgy for real.
Well, what you said is factual.
That's true. Yeah. Did you guys see that Serena Williams is GQ's Woman of the Year?
In quotes.
Then they crossed out men and quote woman.
Quote woman, because she's not really.
That's a dude. He got balls. And I mean that literally, not figuratively.
Are we still putting black girls on the cover of everything for being black and brave or whatever the fuck? Is that still happening?
Gutenberg, I don't know if you paid attention to the story, but a
little bit.
At the US Open, she lost and she threw a big fit about it.
Yep.
During the match, the referee called her out for cheating because their coaches are not allowed to coach them during the match. And she goes into this fit about how I wasn't coached and I don't cheat. And then after the match, her coach told ESPN, yeah, I was absolutely coaching her. Which, if you put that together with what she says, because she says, I don't cheat. You probably misunderstood my coach, the signal he made, that wasn't to me. So she obviously saw it.
Right.
And he says he was coaching her. So she knows damn good and well she actually fucking cheated. But she throws this big fit because she was losing. She was getting her ass kicked and blamed it on the referee. And then afterwards, the everything blew up about her rather than this tiny little Asian chick who was the first of her nation to win the US Open.
Mm-hmm.
She gets no credit. But Serena gets a ton because she went out there and said it was sexist.
Oh, Lord.
Her losing to another woman was sexist.
Oh, because it was a male referee? Is that what she
male referee?
Gotcha.
And because if it's men because she actually threw a racket and broke it, dude. And she said, when men do that, they're called the bad boys. Yeah, they're also fucking penalized while they're playing. And nobody thought they actually brought up McEnroe. Like, he was called a baby. A giant baby is how he was listed all the time when he threw his little fits. But yeah, they let men get away with it. So there were actually a lot of articles that came out about just how many men have been fined and penalized over the years, which made her look like a total douche. But dude, she was standing up for women's. So GQ has to bring their little beta cuck bitch mouths into it. Make her Woman of the Year, getting rid of the Man of the Year to do it. How cool is that?
Not as cool as Trump sneering at the president of Morocco, nodding off at the. Did you see that video?
I saw that.
Yeah.
The look that Trump had on his face was just glorious.
Mm-hmm. For those of you that may not have seen it, I will present right now.
The girl who won was Naomi Osaka, by the way.
Yes. Was she Japanese?
It doesn't say in any of the press information I can find out, but she's half and half. She's half Asian and half black.
Are you presenting me?
Yes, I am.
I know, guys, I need to activate my windows. I don't want to get no shit. Shut up. But here's the video.
I promised to help you with that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you don't have your windows activated?
Shh.
I was asking.
I got new SSD.
I can fix it for you.
Look at that.
Like, bitch, wake up.
Dude, that's why I love them. That's why I fucking love them.
Did you see the
Melania's gorgeous.
I don't like I don't like that facial structure where you can see the bones and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she put on a couple of pounds. But then Trump would trade her in.
Can't believe
which is his business, y'all.
They sat him next to German Hillary.
Yeah, they did. Did you guys see the story about how Trump didn't go visit the memorial over there?
Yeah, it was Secret Service. He wanted to drive over, they wouldn't let him, right?
Yeah, they said we prefer you not do that because we can't guarantee your safety, and they couldn't fly because of wind conditions or something like that.
Yeah,
but it was like I think NBC actually corrected a story on how Trump just wouldn't go, and then 4 hours later ran the same goddamn headline about how he wouldn't go. And they wonder why he calls them fake news.
Right. But
you're a bunch of fucking liars.
Like you and I had a conversation before. When did CNN take the fucking liberal torch and march it through all through this fucking madness that we're seeing now? I always thought back in the Obama years, it'd be like MSNBC going insane.
Well, again, the thing is, MSNBC embraces their liberal bias.
Mm-hmm.
Fox News embraces their conservative bias. Especially when you're talking about their primetime hosts, because those are not news shows; they're commentary shows. CNN wants to be the middleman, and they're just not. They are so firmly in the Democrats' pocket. I mean, they were unironically called Clinton News Network all through the 2016 election.
Yeah.
Even by Democrats, but they still want to pretend, that they're unbiased. And when they get caught being the shitheads that they are, well, then they get upset.
Well, it's fairly obvious to everybody at this point that, yeah, CNN is extremely fucking liberal. Right?
But it's not obvious to CNN.
Evidently not.
Because they think they're just telling the truth.
It's not just liberal, it's leftist.
Yes. Liberals probably not the right. Far leftist is what they are.
Doesn't AT&T own CNN by proxy?
I don't know who owns CNN these days.
I think I read that somewhere. Maybe someone in the chat knows.
CNN was called the Clinton News Network back when Bill was president. Not as much as it is today. Not as much as it was through the 2016 campaign, because Jesus Christ, even fucking Democrats were calling it that, especially Bernie Bros, man. They were pissed.
Turner owns CNN.
Turner, oh yeah.
Turner Broadcasting.
But weren't they bought out by somebody? I thought Turner was owned by somebody.
Who owns Turner? Who owns Turner?
Interesting. I thought it was AT&T, or at least the people that own it. Like, it's one umbrella corporation.
Warner. Time Warner owns them.
Yeah. Time Warner and Warner Media.
And Warner Media owns AT&T?
Looking at all the things they own a lot.
Yes, they do.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I just pulled it up. Everything AT&T will own after it buys Time Warner in this.
Oh yeah, AT&T's trying to acquire them. You guys talk for a second. I really need to pee. Sorry, guys.
Sure.
They own Warner Brothers, the movie. They own AOL, Viacom, HBO.
I'm still mad at Ted Turner for shutting down fucking WCW, man. I'm gonna hold this 20-year-old grudge.
I don't really watch broadcast TV much anymore, but I'm surprised at the number of things that Warner owns, because parent organization, AT&T 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So have they bought them already, or are they in the process of doing that?
I was under the impression that they own them. I have no fucking clue, dude. I haven't watched mainstream television in fucking 3 years.
I guess the deal has gone through. Warner Media LLC, doing business as Warner Media, is an American multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate owned by AT&T and headquartered in New York City.
Oh, Gutenberg fucking knows something.
Yes, you were right.
Fucking right. See, the problem with me is I'll catch a glimpse of like a Twitter post, and then I'll put that into my memory bank as factual. So every once in a while, when I'm correct, I get excited because, listen, I half pay attention to everything.
They own Time Magazine. They own Walt Disney.
Well, yeah. Well,
holy crap! It's a list of companies that they own: NBC Universal, CBS, DirecTV, 20th Century Fox, Netflix.
What?
Yeah. So these are all listed as companies that AT&T owns.
Wow.
Where'd
they get all this money?
Who owns
Verizon? Who owns Verizon? Like, what is Verizon doing with their money, right? They're raping me for $120 a month on my cell phone. What are they doing with that money?
Holy crap, man. Really? $120 a month?
Well, I got the new S9 Plus.
You must talk the shit on your cell phone. That's a lot of time.
No, my phone's financed, and then I got the bills and shit.
Yeah. Verizon looks like it's owned by Verizon. Looks like they're the top of the.
So they're just hoarding their money at this point. They're not doing it. They're going to get sneaky here eventually, right? They probably got like trillions of dollars stored away somewhere.
They're at the top. Nobody owns them. They own everybody else.
So Verizon doesn't own any companies or anything like that. I'm sure they
own. They do own companies, but I'm not getting a list of them here.
To being shady. Probably funded by Soros.
Verizon, Fios, Oath, Go90. Who else they owned? Exo Communications, Terramark, Sensitivity Systems.
Anything noteworthy?
You know what I just realized?
What's up?
I asked Satsu if he wanted to join and then forgot to wait for his answer.
Hey, Monkey, are you aware that?
Yes.
Monkey, Verizon doesn't own really anything.
I thought did they get, aren't they owned by somebody?
No, Verizon is just Verizon.
No, I'm checking this. It says Verizon is the top of the chain. There's nobody that owns them. They own Verizon Wireless and Fios and AOL and Go90, Exo Communications, Edgecast. But I don't see any big names here. I mean, AOL kind of.
One Ton Hammer. Ryan Rawlings is calling you fake news. He says Disney is not owned by AT&T. Disney is its own company.
Well, then it would be Wikipedia who's fake news because I just read it off their website.
I need confirmation.
What of who owns AT&T?
Who owns Disney?
Who owns Disney?
Because we were under the assumption a minute ago that it was AT&T.
Let me just present my screen. I'll show you. Maybe I misread it or something, but
I think we need to go somewhere other than Wikipedia.
That's the screen I was reading. So present it.
If they acquired Disney, there has to be like articles, right? Like news sources reporting on that, right?
You would think so. So
maybe I just read it wrong or something.
I don't know. Sierra says, I thought Disney was owned by ABC. Well, a minute ago, he just rambled off ABC is owned by AT&T. Warner Media.
There's CBS.
So what is the parent company? I have no idea.
Parent organization right there of Warner Media is AT&T. So AT&T owns all that above. Go to the left there. Where we have, they own Adult Swim, 20th Century Fox, Charter, Netflix, Meredith, whatever that is, Warner Communications. They own Fox News. What? 20th Century Fox?
Look up here. Warner Media people also search for.
It's
at the top. People also search for. I think this is just things that other people search for along the same lines as Warner Media. So I think this is not right. This top bar.
Oh, okay.
It's a little misleading, but yeah, I don't think they own all that.
Oh, okay.
I think the Google result was fake news. I just repeated what they said.
There we go. So confirmed. We're having a kind of chill conversation. We need something to argue about.
The ocean is horrible.
What's that?
The ocean is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Dude, I've told this story before. The first time I went in the ocean, we watched Jaws the night before. And it took me about 3 hours to get up the nerve to go in the ocean. And since then, you can't keep me out. If I lived near the ocean, I'd probably be in it right now. I fucking love the ocean.
Why? It's just water with salt in it. It's not that special.
It is that special. See, I don't want to say this on the air because somebody's going to say, that's wrong. You're wrong.
We'll say it.
Going into the ocean when you have like a major injury will heal that bitch if you stay in there all day.
Absolutely. Salt water, Epsom salts, soak your. I've gone through this whole thing with my foot. Soak your foot into Epsom salts. It helps heal it.
Go soak in the tub then. You don't need to go to the beach. No, it's not the same.
It's not. No, it has to be the ocean. It's the ocean's water.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Salinity of the ocean's water. Same with Epsom salts.
There's a soothingness to the waves pushing you around. There really is. And swimming in the ocean actually takes a lot more muscular power, and it'll help you build muscle mass a lot faster than swimming in a lake or a fucking pool.
The ocean isn't your gym. It's where fucking dinosaurs that want to eat you live. I'm not down with that, man. I'm not down with that.
There's no dinosaurs in the ocean.
Yeah, there are.
There's some scary stuff in there. Are they?
They're the descendants of dinosaurs.
Oh.
Hold on.
What?
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna pull up what else lives in the fucking ocean.
Oh God, he's gonna go get himself scared of the ocean again.
A whale.
I just don't go in the ocean, man. I'm already.
Because people get attacked by whales all the time.
Whales are dicks. Whales are dicks.
There was you were doing a live chat. I guess maybe it was about a week ago, or maybe a little bit less. and I forget the topic, but at the end I said something just before you closed the stream and I thought you got mad at me, but you never brought it back up again. I forget what the topic was about, but you said something at the end of the stream like, I just saw something I didn't like, but I'm getting out of here anyway.
Oh no,
you remember that?
I remember what you're talking about. No, I saw something on Twitter that pissed me off.
Oh, okay.
And what I was saying is, even though I'm pissed off, I'm shutting this down because it's time to go.
But I forget what I was. I think you and everybody else in the stream were talking about something, and you all agreed one way, and I was like the only person who didn't agree with you.
Let me tell you, if you ever upset me, I will let you know. I'm that guy.
I didn't take it to heart. I didn't think it was any big deal, but.
Well, all right, you ocean-loving fucks.
Oh God, what do you
present me?
You giant puss. What are we looking at?
Present me.
You're presented. Now, what's the matter?
This lives in a fucking ocean.
Okay.
What is that?
Platypuses live on land. You're gonna stay off the land because something scary lives on the land?
Look at that fucking thing, dude.
What's wrong with it? It just looks like a giant sea spider.
You're wrong.
Have you ever been to Australia? Man, that's nothing.
Dude, look, it's a goddamn alien.
Well, the green light doesn't help.
Dude, there is
a theory going around that octopus are aliens because there's nothing they share, like no DNA or something like that with anything on Earth.
Really?
Yeah, it's an interesting thought, but I think we're aliens. Actually, I think humans are aliens.
All right, so aliens live in the ocean now too. Okay, great.
Aliens live all over the place.
You can't fight an alien in the ocean, though. You get no traction.
So where'd they find that? At the bottom of the Marianas Trench somewhere?
Probably.
Dude, it was like in the Gulf of Mexico off an oil rig.
Well, that's Mexico. Don't go in the Mexican Ocean.
That's true.
Just, Atlantic Pacific. You'd be all right.
I doubt it.
Stay in the Atlantic, actually. The cold water keeps the sharks away.
But dude, it could swim to the East Coast like nothing.
It didn't look like it could swim anywhere. Morning, Dax. About time you got your ass up. How you been, man? Are you still getting your mic fixed?
No, I'm good.
Dan.
What?
Is the ocean terrifying?
Yes.
It is not, you big pussies. Is this why you guys are afraid of titties? Because of the ocean? I'm noticing a trend here. You guys go together.
Thoughts are not correlated.
They are now. I just put them together. How you like that?
Anything too big, they can't handle it.
They don't like it big and jiggly.
Now, Dan, where you at on the ocean? Will you go out like waist high, right, but no further?
I'll go out to anything about 30 feet deep, and after that, I'm like, and I might not come back from this.
30 feet?
Yeah.
Busted.
Real quick, Bear says, hi, Ranting Monkey. I know you spoke to VB. I'm okay. Back on original dose. Not doing anything YouTube related today. Hope you're well. I hope you're well, dude. I really do. I shot you the link just in case. It's not no pressure. But I hope you feel better, dude. Chat, press 1 if your giant pussy won't go in the ocean, and 2 if the ocean's no big deal.
There's no middle ground there.
What do you mean?
Because you can want to go into the ocean to an extent, but once you get way out there and way deep, there's a lot of stuff out there we don't know about.
That's true.
Being cautious is not being a pussy.
Look, I think you're besmirching the way I make polls. And look at that. 2s are winning. Right again.
Man, you guys don't respect nature. You do not go where that shit lives.
Right. Like, I don't go into a bear cave, fuck with a cub, and think everything's going to be okay.
Do you go into the forest?
Yeah. Armed.
Yeah, I do go.
How many times have you run into a bear in the forest?
Once, actually.
Probably as many times as somebody's run into that fucking thing Gutenberg showed on the video.
That was cool, by the way. Where'd you find that?
That was cool.
Number 1, you can run away from a bear or run up a tree. You can escape
run up a tree.
Bear. You can escape.
Yeah, go ahead and run from a bear. See how that works.
I'm just saying.
How you get away from them? You either
You're not going to get away
up
from
with
a
a gun,
bear.
or you try to get up a tree.
Number 1,
they leave you alone.
I live in this tree now.
Bears are more afraid of you than you are of them.
I don't think that's always true.
Shit in the ocean does not give a fuck about you.
No, you're.
How do you know the shit in the ocean isn't more afraid of you?
Because if they're coming up to me in a big ass ocean, they're obviously not afraid of me.
Yeah.
How do you know? Maybe they can't see you and they
forest.
and they're like, oh my God, human, and run.
Man, maybe have an echolocation and shit. They know where I'm at.
What brought on this fear of the ocean?
It's the unknown. I'm telling you. You don't know what's in there. You can't be necessarily prepared for it. You get worried.
Marine biologists are pretty. I would say marine biologists know a good idea of what 300 or 400 feet off of the shore is.
But you're so vulnerable.
Jay Brown says, I've been in the ocean on a submarine deeper than 800 feet. Damn, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go in a sub because that's where my claustrophobia kicks in.
I'd be fine on a submarine as long as it's American made, right? that wouldn't freak me out.
I've been on a World War II sub. That's not so bad.
Yes, it is. I've seen those things. They tried to get me to go in one, and like, no, fuck you.
I used to run tours on the Bakuna in Penn's Landing in Pennsylvania near Philadelphia. I've been in them. It's no big deal. They're not that small.
Dude, you can't protect yourself in the ocean, man. You're like,
why not? Get a spear.
Floating bag of flesh in the fucking ocean, and they're hungry. They want to eat.
Humans are not independently fast in the water. We're not designed for water. So when something comes at us in the water, it can move quicker than us. It can maneuver faster than us. We're probably screwed if they decide to cut anywhere important, like say an airline.
How many times is that happening? How many people die from animal attacks in the ocean each year?
Enough.
No, I bet it's like 4.
All that stuff get all that far out there, though?
All that stuff can be applied to a bear in the forest. Not saying anything that a bear couldn't. Bears are faster than humans. It's pretty clear. And
but
how many times
you have a fighting chance. You have a fighting chance against a bear.
No,
I told you I ran into a bear as a kid. Nothing happened to me. Why? Because Goot's right. They really don't give a shit about you. They're more cautious of you than anything else.
Run across a mama bear with a couple of cubs. That'll change your mind real quick.
Yeah, but that's why I know not to go into weird caves, and I've learned to be aware of my surroundings.
I have a mama bear who comes down and visits me every couple of weeks. Brings her cubs with me. I know smart enough not to go outside. She'll kill me.
Yeah, so you learned about your area, so you're not that worried about it because you know how to handle it. I don't know that when I go into the water super deep out in the ocean.
Now, is it just the ocean, or are you guys afraid of lakes too?
I love lakes.
I like lakes too.
We know what's in a lake.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
How?
Nothing in the lake.
How you know the Loch Ness Monster's not down there?
Because that's bullshit. Fairy tales.
Because Omega killed it and ate it.
Dinosaurs are real. They live in the ocean.
There's a theory that Nessie is a dinosaur.
Well, we're not swimming in Scotland, are we?
Well, how do you know it's not the same elsewhere? How do you know that there's not a dinosaur fish down there?
Because we would have found it by now.
Not if it stays at the bottom. You'd think. How long did it take him to find that spidery thing that you showed us?
What?
That spidery thing in the ocean. How long did it take him to find one of them?
I don't fucking know. I'm not an anthropologist. All I'm saying is, look, man, lakes are fine and they're cool. Like, there's nothing in there that's going to eat you. People don't die by getting bit in a lake.
No, they get that skin disease in the lake.
I don't know what lakes you're swimming in.
Oh, you guys don't get that down there? The swimmer's itch shit?
Huh? No.
Oh, you're lucky. The Michigan lakes, you go in them the wrong lake and you'll get what's called swimmer's itch, and it just fucks your skin all up.
It's an algae bloom.
Are they stagnant lakes? Because the lakes I swim in are like creek fed or spring fed.
Some of them it depends because it can also be spread by nasty people. Depending on how big the lake is, yeah. So swim in Lake Michigan, you'll be fine. But
someone brings up alligators in Florida. Why I do not go below Maryland once again? That proves my point.
How do you know nobody's put one of those in the lakes you're swimming in?
They can't sustain the cold.
So you only swim when it's cold? I never swim when it's cold. That makes my balls hurt.
There are no alligators above fucking Virginia.
You don't know that? People get exotic pets and release them into the wild, man.
They can't survive the winter.
No, but how do you know when you go in there that time that somebody didn't just dump it there that week?
All right, when a motherfucker gets bit by an alligator in a lake, I will stop swimming in a lake. Until then, I'll take my fucking chances with a lake over an ocean.
You can get bit by a sturgeon or stuff like that too. It's not like you can't get attacked.
Right.
Just, we're more prepared.
Alligators have been located in Maryland and Virginia.
Good. Not in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, not in Pennsylvania. Let me just see. Alligators found in. Let me look it up.
Yeah, we're looking because I'm telling you, you got to be careful with them lakes.
Listen, I think I have a good fighting chance against an alligator in a shallow lake.
How do you got a good fighting chance against an alligator?
More so than I would a shark in the ocean.
So it's the sharks that scare you.
All right, so here's the quote. Although alligators are far from a native species in Pennsylvania, almost every year a few of the reptiles turn up somewhere in the state.
Sure.
Told you.
Then they die when the lake freezes over. They don't have enough time to get big. They're not out there eating chickens or the fuck they eat in Florida.
How they were raised before they were put into the wild?
They wouldn't die in Wallenpaupack. It's spring fed and it's warm water.
There you go.
Well, that's all fine and good. We're not finding fucking 16-foot alligators in Pennsylvania. If there was one released, it'll probably be like a foot or two, and I'll fuck a fucking alligator up under 10 feet. I've seen Happy Gilmore. It's possible.
I just don't understand the fear of the ocean. I really don't.
It's a fear of the unknown, man. Once you're out there and your feet are dangling, it's so fucking big, man. Anything could be under there.
Again, if we had gills, might not be such a problem, but we are very limited when it comes to that.
Yep.
Bear says to tell you two pussies he swam the equator.
Don't give a fuck.
Good for him.
Number one, black people can't swim. Number two.
Secondly, he was right next to a gigantic boat with tons of people who could save him when he did something stupid.
Yep. And he lives on an island. Now, Dan, I did bring up, however, I would go snorkeling in like a barrier reef in like the Caribbean. That wouldn't bother me at all. As long as it jumps off the boat
sharks
into
there
it.
too.
But it's a barrier reef. It's pretty, man.
Sharks like the warm water, man.
I don't know. When I think of a beach, I think of like New Jersey beaches or some fucking shit. I don't know. I might wait out. Mm-hmm. So you put me in a South American country like Colombia, where it's like crystal blue and all that kind of shit. Yeah, I'd probably wade out into the ocean a little further.
Oh, don't forget to shill your shit, guys. And thank you, Dragon Mage. There are sharks in fresh water. Yes, there are freshwater sharks.
Not in fucking lakes in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so you wouldn't swim in lakes anywhere south of what?
Pennsylvania. Dude, I swim in lakes I know. Like, I'm not going to go to like Georgia and hop in a weird lake I don't know, right?
Look, I've swam in all the major lakes. I've swam in both the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. And you know what? I didn't go very far out past the beach.
Why? See, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me at all. Because I'm not a puss. But then again, I like titties. So, I mean, we're just different people, guys.
I don't like the direction of the stream.
I don't like the straw manning.
I don't like it.
There's no straw manning.
You don't do this, therefore you don't like this.
I didn't suggest that you didn't like titties.
I love titties.
I don't think you do.
I will send you a picture of my girlfriend someday, and you will learn how wrong you are.
Well, that just means you're willing to put up with them because you like other things about her.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't know.
An ass? I mean, come on. Let's be honest here.
You're like, look, I'll put up with them titties if I gotta.
Andrew Joyner in the chat says it's an irrational fear. No, it's not. It's the fucking ocean. We don't belong there.
Again, if humans were equipped for it, like we had web toes or something, I'd be all for us running out in the middle of the ocean, jumping off a boat.
And if we were meant to fly, we'd have wings.
Right, which is why helicopters and planes are evil. Obviously.
Wow.
I want to learn how to fly a helicopter.
I would really love to learn to fly a helicopter.
Fuck yeah.
I would too. I that's one of those things that's never going to happen for me these days. But yeah, flying. I have a fear of heights, but I like to fly.
Why you fear heights, pussy?
Because it's not really a fear of heights; it's a fear of hitting the ground.
So you have a fear.
There's nothing wrong. Because when you're in an irrational fear.
No, it's irrational because most likelihood of you falling off like a very tall building are very, 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 very low.
It's not about that, but it can still happen. See, I wasn't saying that the chance of getting eaten by a shark in the ocean is very low. I'm saying I'm not a puss. I'll do it anyway, even if it does mean I get eaten. Pincalo, thank you. Gutenberg, bitch made confirmed. Uh-oh. Shots fired.
He's Canadian. His fucking opinion doesn't matter.
I can understand you having a fear of falling because stairs, right?
It was even before the stairs. I see what you did there, but no, I've always had a fear of heights, but it's a fear that thrills me. Like I used to stand on top of our 2-story home with my feet right at the edge and just stare over because I love the feeling it would give me. It's a natural high.
So you don't have any self-preservation like instincts?
Very few.
Then how does that make us irrational? You're like
I
absolutely.
never said you were irrational. I said you were pussies.
No, we're
Be a rational
smart.
pussy.
I don't like my feet not being able to touch the ground. Okay, there's nothing irrational about that.
So you're afraid of heights too?
No, I like roller coasters and shit. Like I got no problem.
Well, you just said you don't like your feet not being able to touch the ground.
Well, with water, when I can't see what's below me.
Ah, okay. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. I don't mind swimming in the ocean. By undertow did almost drown me once. I got caught in an undertow once. That sucks. I swam in place for 30 minutes before I got out.
See, we didn't even talk about the fucking undertows and shit, let alone the fucking dinosaurs.
I lived, didn't I?
I don't care. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, you ass. Monkey should have died. Oh God. I was just told. Here, let's read this story. Alligator seen frozen in North Carolina pond with snouts above water to survive record low temperatures.
North Carolina.
Frozen water.
Yeah, that is like fucking 1,000 miles from me.
But that could happen where you live, though.
No, more than likely, it was like a cold spell and a lake kind of got a little bit of ice on it. No.
There's a picture from it right there.
That's a big animal too.
That is a big, yeah. See, you're not gonna find that up where I'm at.
If you did see that, wouldn't you freak the fuck out?
It wouldn't scare me.
Lake, there's a fucking alligator snout sticking out.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be as afraid because you're in a lake.
So I don't understand why you're safer in a lake. I don't.
Because there's no alligators in my lakes. That's why.
And even if there's one, you don't have an endemic of alligators sitting around your lake.
How many do you need?
Enough to make it like an actual statistic, not just a one-off.
Okay, so what are the statistics of people dying in the ocean from animals?
Enough.
Higher than you dying from an alligator in a lake.
You don't know that. How many people die every year in Florida in the lakes? But I know you don't want to count them because they're below Pennsylvania.
No, because they live in Florida and they're dumb.
That's true.
Thank you, Jesse. I tolerate heights. I nearly drown in pools, the ocean, and a local lake. Google Lake Ronkonkoma.
That's an Indian name. Ronkonkoma.
Ronkonkoma. It made me fear swimming. I almost drowned in a pool once because I didn't know how to swim and I decided to jump off the diving board to impress somebody. Don't do that. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with swimming. Be careful.
When did you guys learn how to swim?
Really?
I was 11.
11?
Yeah.
All right. God, I was swimming when I was like 2 years old.
Yeah, my parents had me in the water when I was too young to remember.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know that my parents didn't know I didn't know how to swim.
Isn't swimming inherent with babies and shit like that though? Like aren't humans kind of born to swim?
There's studies have been done with that where they put babies in the water and immediately they take to it very well.
Yeah, they hold their breath and start wading and paddling and shit, right?
Yeah.
Some genetic programming.
A lot of what fucks people up with swimming is the fear of it and the fear of drowning.
Well, it's a very valid concern.
It is indeed, but it's a learned thing. It's not something that I mean, if you're really young and in the water, you have no fear of that because you don't know that can happen. So,
who are these people like over the age of 20 that don't know how to swim though? Because you read about that every once in a while, right?
See, next 6 minutes. Look at that.
Yeah, in the next 6 minutes, I survived a riptide in Mexico, still swim in the sea.
Goddamn right.
Man, fuck you. Listen, I said I would go off a boat into the ocean, but there's something about leaving the beach, wading out into the fucking ocean I don't like. I don't like it.
It's just weird to me because, again, where I grew up, everybody went into the fucking ocean.
I go into the ocean, but I don't go past where my feet can't.
Okay, everybody swam in the ocean. How about that?
I can swim in that deeper water.
Are you a good swimmer?
Me? I'm a great swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could get away from a shark. You'd be fine.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck you. You ain't getting away from a shark out in the
you knock him down.
You ain't getting away from a shark that wants to eat you.
I have to say something.
A lot of people get away from sharks that try to eat them. Go ahead, Hammer. I'm sorry.
No, it's. I have to say something in code. I just wanted to say that Soupy is a very pretty young lady.
There you go. And I need to thank. I don't know if this person wants me to say their name, so I'm not going to yet. But I mentioned that I needed to get a capture card, and a very nice viewer actually bought me one last night. So
Why
I
do
will
you need
have
a capture card?
to capture video from my PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
There's Satsu told me about a thing that they have where PlayStation has basically the capture technology for you through an app, but it requires at least a 15 meg up and down for it to work properly.
Mm-hmm.
I get 6 down and not even 1 up, so I can't use it. It would be worthless to me. So yeah, I have to do it with a capture card. So yeah, I will be getting that soon, and I have a plan to be able to record and upload my RD2 or Red Dead 2 playthrough.
Nice.
Which will be fun because I'm fucking loving that game. If you guys haven't played it, go get it. It's awesome.
Now, what is the game like? Are there like is it one set mission, or is it kind of like GTA where it's like a whole bunch of shit to do?
It is Old West GTA, dude.
Oh, nice.
It is fucking awesome.
If it comes out for PC, I'll buy it, but I'm not buying a fucking PlayStation just for one game.
No, I get you. I wasn't going to. I was again. Somebody was very nice to get this for me.
I need to start streaming. Buy me shit.
Lindsay says, "Monkey, does a capture card work for PS2?" I don't know if it does or not. Depends on what the output is on a PS2. I haven't seen one of those in forever to know what the outputs are.
The person to ask is Badger Man.
There you go.
He would know. He does it.
I saw Neebs Gaming's first. Goddamn Neebs! They do everything I want to do. Them fuckers.
What do you think they're gonna do? It's Neebs Gaming.
Shut up! Don't you dare stick up for Neebs Gaming. We've been talking shit about them for months, and they don't notice us.
Just get up in their faces about it. They have a question and answer thing.
I don't want to fuck with them that bad. I like having them as our scapegoat for shit. Don't ruin my fun, Dax.
Isn't that what I'm for?
Yes, indeed. But yeah, about the coming to PC, I'm telling you, maybe 2020, guys.
2020, huh?
It'll be worth it. I think if they're going to do it basically like Bully, it's going to wait a while before it comes out.
Well, if they wait that long, they better add some more shit to it then that's not on the fucking console.
Ports are never very good. I'm not a really big fan of ports.
Oh, somebody sent us statistics. We got. Did you get the Twitch or not Twitch thing? The Twitter thing that Far sent us?
No.
It's got the deadliest animals, and
they all live in Australia. She should know.
Yeah, like it shows sharks kill 1 person a year, alligators kill 1 person a year, bears kill about 1 person a year. This is from 2001 to 2013. But the biggest killers were bees, wasps, and hornets.
Now, you say kill. What about biting someone's leg off?
They don't have maiming statistics on there.
Yeah. That's what I'm more concerned about.
I love the other mammals as 52. It's like, what are the other mammals that you'd be worried about that would kill you?
Well, a lot of people are allergic to bees and insects and shit like that.
Right, then that's an allergy thing. So I'd actually almost want to like get rid of the bees, wasps, and hornets section and worry about what else can kill you.
Dogs kill 28 people a year.
Wow.
All pit bulls, probably.
Fucking. I mean, what was it? Alligators kill 1 person a year. Sharks 1 person a year. Yeah, you're more likely to get killed by a dog than a shark.
I'll still pet a golden retriever though.
Until it bites your throat.
And man, there's not a golden retriever in history that's ever bitten anybody.
Jesse says cats are dicks. Yes, they are. That's why I like them. You know why I like cats? Honestly, it's because they're not needy like dogs are. I'm not getting into this. What? Oh God, are we gonna have a cats versus dog thing? Let's go. Let's do this.
Cats are fucking horrible. They stink. They don't give a fuck about you. And if they were 100 pounds heavier, they would eat you when you fell asleep.
They clean themselves.
Their piss smells so fucking bad for a reason.
Stop smelling their piss.
Man, they piss in the house and shit. I know what cats do. They're horrible fucking creatures.
No,
they belong outside.
No, they're beautiful creatures, and they don't need your constant attention like a fucking dog who acts like a retarded cousin who needs you to pet them all the time. No, dogs are a pain in the ass because they are so codependent. Where a cat's like, fuck you, man. All I need you for is I need you to feed me and change my litter. And if you read a book, I'm going to lay on it.
They're fucking freeloaders that offer no kind of fucking service or of anything. They just fucking lay around. A dog, you can fucking throw a ball. It'll go get it. Sticks. You can train them to retrieve fucking.
If you don't throw the ball, you don't have to go get it.
I fucking hate you.
I got to come down on the same side as Monkey here. I had a cat for 13 years, and she was awesome.
I love my cats.
But she acted a lot like a dog, though. Like I would go downstairs, she'd go downstairs with me. I go upstairs, she'd go upstairs with me. I throw a ball at her, she'd bring it back. She acted like a dog, even though cat.
Every goddamn year when it starts to get cold, mice come into the house. You know what? You know what cats do? They'll fucking eat them. Yep. You know what dogs do? Nothing. Not a fucking thing.
They actually befriend the mice. Also, Bear says that Goot can use his nose as a fin if we were out in the ocean.
He said it like an hour ago. Why did you have to wait to bring that up?
That's what Dax does around here.
Yeah, I get information from people after the fact. I'm gonna tell you.
I just prefer cats because I find dogs to be way too fucking needy.
It's more work for a dog. You gotta take them out and walk them and shit.
Not unless you got a yard. Man, dogs are man's best friend. It wasn't cats that helped fucking forge the West and do all this cool shit.
Look, I understand dogs do a lot of stuff, and I don't hate dogs. I don't like them because they're needy as fuck, and they get all wiggly and hit shit with their asses because they can't just fucking sit down. Meanwhile, my cat's like,
so they're excited to see you. They're excited to see you.
I don't need them to be excited to see me.
A dog loves its owner more than it loves itself, and a fucking cat. You can take a cat and throw it in another fucking house.
A dog acts like a woman with daddy issues.
And who doesn't love a woman with daddy issues?
Have you seen that video where a guy walks by and his cat fist bumps him?
No, that's awesome.
It's awesome.
Let me ask you,
what a cat's cool. You know, it's like, hey dude, you know, and it's off.
What about little dogs? Do you like little dogs?
No, they're cats to me.
At least we can agree. I if a dog is not big enough to kill, it's not a dog.
When I say a dog, I mean like a German Shepherd, like a Saint Bernard or a Mountain.
I'll give you that.
I mean, you can have a cool little dog, but if I'm in a fight, that little dog ain't gonna do shit for me.
That ain't a dog.
That's a rat.
Now, growing up on farm, man, we had German Shepherds, and they had two services. They were to protect and to alert. That's it.
Yep, we had a golden retriever when I lived out on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
My parents owned a Doberman.
They're just so fucking needy.
They are not needy.
They're not as needy as you think they are. If they want attention when they're around you, but you can send them outside and they'll go have their fun and come back when they're ready.
Yep.
And then they want more attention.
Yeah, so do kids, but you don't kill them.
Then you tell a kid, go play in your room.
And they'll still come out and bother you. How often does a kid actually listen to you the first time you tell them to do something?
Bother me.
They listen to me. I'll pop them in the head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, then you're beating your kids.
No, man, cats are just creepy as shit. They're little tigers that live in your house.
My kids. Just throwing that out there.
I'll take you out.
I wish I could own a tiger, man. I would love to own a tiger.
And fuck your chat for agreeing with you, number one, because dogs are amazing. Cats belong the fuck outside.
No, dogs belong outside.
Yeah, the opposite. Cats belong inside.
Cats. They wouldn't exist if fucking we didn't care and nurture for them. They'd be extinct by now.
They take care of the rodents.
How bad of a rodent problem you have?
Depends on where you live.
I don't know. My house is pretty rodent-free. I don't have a cat. There's not a cat within 100 fucking feet from me.
I'd like to have a dog right now. I do have cats, and for the most part, they do stick to themselves. Although, I will admit to liking the fact that the cat likes to be a good pair of socks when I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's nice too. My cat, the last cats we had 3 of them at one time. One of them was a total douche. He did not want anybody's attention except my daughter's. My cat was like a dog. He was way too needy, but he was such a sweetheart. He'd let me cuddle him like a teddy bear, which is weird for cats. And then the third one was kind of a mix of the two. But you know what they did do? They got rid of mice when they'd come in the house. I hate mice. We have mice all over because we live in the fucking middle of nowhere and got field mice everywhere.
Out of my family farm, there's like 12 cats that live in the barn, and they do nothing other than take care of the mice problem. That's it.
That's what they're for. Kitties are for.
They belong outside in a barn.
And then they will hug on you at the most inopportune time.
No, they're disgusting creatures. They belong outside.
Monkey got a dirty house confirmed. No. God damn it. My cat eats spiders. Oh yeah, our cats would eat lots of bugs too, man. It was funny to watch him when moths would come in. The one cat, he would jump up and pull right out of the air.
What is that disease you can catch from cats?
So wait a second. You don't like boobs or pussy?
Man, you're fucking high. What is that disease? Rhinoplasty? No, that's fucking good. That's a nose job. No, it's called plasty something, where it makes people super hyper aggressive. It's some type of fucking.
Oh yeah, like everybody's like infected with it apparently because of cats.
The cat scratch fever shit.
No, there's a word for it.
There's an actual disease that cats spread.
It's called plasty something.
Let's see. Diseases cat spread.
Yeah, dude, it makes people hyper aggressive and shit.
Toxoplasmosis.
There you go.
Yes, that's it. I was way off, but that's the point. Read the Wikipedia from that. Let's read how vile and disgusting these felines are.
Okay, let me bring that up. Keep your cat clean. It won't happen.
No.
Dirty bitches.
Not how it works. I can't believe I said rhinoplasty. What the fuck?
I thought that was awesome, especially after we just had the nose joke a few minutes ago.
I think that's why it fucking popped into my head.
Why is this related to cats somehow? Because reading from the medical dictionary, it mentions nothing about cats whatsoever, except for exposure to cat feces if they're infected. But it's not like a healthy cat's going to give it to you.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm reading it. When you need to see a doctor, if you have AIDS or HIV, you have to worry about it.
See?
If you have AIDS or HIV, the cat is your biggest problem.
I'm grasping at straws at this point. I don't care. I don't like cats. I don't like them. I have no real reason. I just don't like them.
And that's fair. You know what? I will. You can have that as long as you admit that's the reason, that there's not actually something wrong with cats.
Mm-hmm. I like animals in general. I don't want to see them hurt. I don't want to see them injured. A matter of fact, I got a great story. I stopped my car on the highway to pick up a kitten that strayed out of a barn somewhere in eastern Pennsylvania and wandered onto a medium. I rescued this fucking cat, by the way, when I was like 22. Took him to the SPCA.
Nice of you.
Yeah, see, I don't hate cats. They don't belong in the home.
And that's how I am with dogs. I don't hate dogs, and I do understand that the last dog we had, man, he scared people, and I liked that about him.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the needy stuff. I can't take that. I can't. Even my children are not that needy. If my wife was that needy, she wouldn't be my wife. I can't have that. No, that's too much.
It just wants to love you. That's it.
I don't need that much love.
Sounds like you do. Sounds like you need a hug.
No, he needs more love in his life. No, they're too needy for me. That's all.
I have no problem with dogs and cats. I figure good balance is probably key in that. Like, you have a cat to be the mouser, and you pet him occasionally and just clean up their box. Then you have the dog who you actually have a friendship with, who makes you feel better about life.
See, that's how it was with my cat, though. He made me feel better about life.
And cats are just chill.
Yeah.
You know, it's, hey, dude, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing good. How about you? I'm great. Okay.
And then every so often they will just run for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, the dog wants to have an adventure. The cat wants to, chill and hang out.
His kitten in the chat says, we had an Alaskan Malamute when I was growing up. He was huge. I myself have an Alaskan Malamute, and he's 190 pounds.
Nice.
If you want to see him,
didn't you put pictures up of him?
I sure did.
Yeah, he's big as fuck.
I will link my Twitter if you guys want to go see it.
And he is a beautiful dog, man. And I've seen dog, like our dog was, his mom was a full-blood Saint Bernard. His dad was a full-blooded German Shepherd who got out of his enclosure and ruined the bloodlines for both of them. But yeah, he came out looking like a golden retriever on steroids, man.
Oh my God. Actually,
he was gorgeous.
Nice. Here's a direct link to the pictures I just posted there.
Yeah, it's a very pretty dog. I saw him when you put him up. But again, how needy is that motherfucker?
No, you don't fucking. He's only needy for like the first 10 minutes you come home, and then he wants to go outside. That's it. He's like, oh my God, you're home. I'm so fucking excited right now. Feed me, and then I'm gonna go back outside. That's it.
Now, see, if we ever got another dog, I would want something like that. I want a dog that will scare people.
Oh, he scares all the black kids. Let me tell you that. Like, damn, man, is that a wolf? Man, that's a wolf. Like, no, it's not. It's just a big dog.
You can say a husky kind of looks like a wolf, but I don't think a Malamute looks anything like a wolf. Wolves are usually pretty thin.
Well, huskies are not usually as big as a Malamute, and I think it's just a size that intimidates people.
Yeah. Dax, have you had a dog?
Several. My biggest dog was a golden retriever purebred, and the second biggest was a black lab retriever mix.
If you were to go out, good.
You know, I think colored my opinion of dogs. When I was little, my grandparents had 2 poodles, and little poodles, and they were the yappiest fucking things, and they would never shut the fuck up. And yeah, that's my earliest memory of dogs. So maybe that plays a part of it too.
Yeah, they can be scary when you don't know them. They don't know you.
We need a new classification for small dogs. They're not real dogs.
They're rat dogs.
They're
rats.
I'll admit I had a rat dog too. I had a little dachshund black lab mix. That thing was loyal to shit, but I wouldn't have expected it to help me for anything.
Like a Chihuahua, the only thing those should be used for is seeing how far you can kick them. Not to harm them. You know, you do it into like a Nerf pit or something. But
yeah, that's why you give them armor.
Because those, I fucking hate little dogs. You used to have people come into the store and they got their little dog in their purse and claim it was their fucking work dog. This is my, no, fuck off. That is not.
If money wasn't an option, you could buy any dog you wanted. What breed would you buy?
I'd still probably get a German Shepherd. Or, well, I like corgis, but that's my only exception to the rat dog rule. Because
that is the rattiest of rat dogs. That is the.
They wiggle their butts so cute though.
That is the ugh of
when
the
they're
dog
excited,
world,
their ass
man.
comes off the ground and like their feet don't touch.
You're describing my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I would want the same kind of dog that I just described, the one we had before. He was beautiful. He was dumb as a fucking rock, but very loyal. And if anybody came near our house that he didn't know, he was ready to kill them.
You should get a pit.
No, don't get a pit bull.
Why not?
Jesus Christ, they're the worst dogs ever. Funny enough, Evil One in the chat says, "Ranting Monkey, look up Caucasian Shepherds. Caucasian Shepherd is a dog I want, but I believe they're illegal to import into the U.S.
Why?
I don't know if that's that or the
because of diversity.
No, there's some dog in that region of like Turkey or something that you cannot import into the U.S. because they're super fucking vicious.
Oh, that is a big ass dog. Holy shit.
I think it's called like an orchestra. I forget. There's a Russian name for it.
This motherfucker. Holy shit. Now that is a dog. That's a fucking horse.
Wow. Oh my God.
That motherfucker. Yeah. Now see a dog like that. If I had to have a dog, that I would get something like that. Something just big that's going to scare the shit out of people.
I think that dog was bred between like a Saint Bernard, a German Shepherd, and another dog, I believe. That's
wow, that's
a Caucasian Shepherd.
200-pound dog. Holy crap!
Look at that little kitten compared to the paw of the dog in the black and white on the first line. That's ridiculous.
He's about the same size as my dog that I just posted.
You could eat the cat in one shot.
Yep.
Wow.
I want one.
I've always had an affinity for boxers.
Really?
I like boxers. Yeah, they're kind of a mid-range. They're not too big. They're not too small. They have a good personality. They're good with kids. They're protective. They have all the right mixes of all the right things you would want.
Bear says that's a fucking bear. It's close. What is that one we can't import?
I think it's Caucasian Orchestra, or I can't pronounce. It's a Russian name.
Gotcha.
Somebody look it up in the chat. It's something Orchestra, ORAKOCK, something like that. I don't like pit bulls. I have a personal experience with a lot of pit bulls, and I don't want them around me. Again, I don't want them harmed. I just don't want them around me. I don't like them.
Yeah, they're called Caucasian Ovcharka.
Ovcharka. Yeah. I believe those dogs are legally important in the U.S.
I'm gonna look into their Wikipedia and find out why we can't have them.
Or they were at one point, because they're super highly aggressive, protective dogs.
Ovcharka is how it's pronounced. Caucasian Ovcharka.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Giant bear dog.
Well, it's apt.
Goes
I mean, what are you
right
gonna do?
there.
I don't think we're restricted. They just have to be trained properly, apparently.
Wow, I looked up the German Shepherd Saint Bernard mix, and they actually apparently have a name for it.
What is that?
Leonberger?
That just makes them sound so much worse.
It does, but they're fucking beautiful. This one is close to the one that we had. Let me share this picture.
The average male weight of Chorka Caucasian Shepherd, the average weight is 220 pounds.
That's the average?
Oh my God. Holy crap.
Leonbergers are kind of cute.
Yeah, he had the brown on his nose too, but he had a German Shepherd face and mostly a German Shepherd body, but it was just fucking huge. Yeah, like he was on the wrong diet. Like he'd taken steroids, man. Fucking beautiful dogs. But the other ones came out and they kind of look like somebody took a German Shepherd and squished it from head to ass. So they were just fluffier than usual. Check out Tiberian Mastiff. My wife wants a Mastiff. That's the kind of, and I forget which kind she wants, but it's a giant skinny dog.
What, a Mastiff? I thought they were beefy looking mugs.
The one that usually, yes, that's my, holy fuck.
They're like Mabari from Dragon Age. That's what I always think of when I hear Mastiff.
Yeah, I forget what kind of Mastiff it is. I'll have to ask her again. But this is the Tiberian. Fuck! Look at that dude. He's mad as fuck.
He's gonna eat somebody.
Oh, whoa! Look at that one. If I saw that coming at me, I would just roll over and die. Like, fuck it, do what you want.
I like that picture on the top right, the line. It's like, you can't tell.
Good God.
That's so awesome, though.
Yeah,
Dogs are cool.
I love looking at dogs. I just don't want one. They're so fucking needy. Just get a stripper girlfriend if you want that much need in your life.
Yeah, but I don't want to bang my dog.
But see, that's the joy of getting the stripper girlfriend. You can bang it, and nobody's going to judge you for it. Mastiffs are big boys. The Neapolitan. Fuck.
Hey,
Mastiffs are gorgeous. Why y'all making me say hard words in the morning?
Hard.
He said hard. I miss Beavis and Butthead.
It's so much fun. I love Beavis and Butthead.
It was such a dumb. I went back and watched the movie not long ago, and it didn't hold up as well. But the show I still loved.
Yeah, the movie not so much, but the show is still pretty spot on.
Kingslayer Damocles says, "I want an Italian Mastiff."
Mm.
And thank you for the donation there.
I put a link to a boxer in chat. That's the kind of dog I want. If I were to get a dog, that would be the kind of dog I would want.
I want a little more hair on my dog than that.
The coloring is just fantastic.
Yeah, he's beautiful, but I don't like petting animals that don't have much hair. It feels like petting an old man.
Yeah, you would know.
Don't be an asshole. Oh God!
Not with you, though. If they don't have a little bit of fur, it's a little strange.
It is.
Like when I pet a greyhound, I'm like, are you really not a rat?
Thank you, Sir Wolfgang, over on the Streamlabs. He says this argument has more autism than a Sonic fan convention.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Obviously, the correct answer is cats and dogs are great. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Speaking of autism, I gotta lay my head down and take a nap. So
I was getting ready to wrap this up, so why don't we do that, guys? Thank you for the donations and coming and hanging out with us and listening to us talk about weird and wonderful shit. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate it every day that you guys show up. Dax, Gutenberg, 1 ton. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to shill your own shit over in the side. And do you guys want to shill anything before we go?
I already nailed it. Got my Discord lined up there, and I'm gonna post my Twitter there for good measure. But if you
All
want
right.
to join me on the Discords, links in the chat.
Hammer, anything you want to throw in there? I see.
Just follow me at the 1 Ton Hammer on Twitter.
Did you change your name, Dax?
Did I? Oh, that's just when I was logged in checking my shit. So
Oh,
technically,
gotcha.
that's the right way to go to anyway.
Okay, so yeah, you guys go there. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later.